Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever episode 57 of International House of Burgers. Expansion Drive Podcast, your weekly source for all things nerdy. Theme parks, video games, movies, TV, music, and sometimes a little wrestling. As always, I am your host, Mike Harrigan, with my friend to the left, at Blackdom's Prime himself, America's favorite worst producer ever, Didi.
Support equality. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. And to the left, returning back to the show, Mr. Banksley.
Hello, everyone. Good to be back. I want to apologize in person for messing up the audio recording when I took over for that week y'all were in California.
Yeah.
Apparently, it didn't record from the mics. It recorded straight from the recorder, and I felt bad.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It happened. That was that first week that we did it, I think is what it was. Yeah.
It's
all good.
Feel terrible.
Are you telling him to feel terrible?
Yeah.
We told everybody while we're in California, you're in great hands. Nope. Slippery.
Golly.
I guess no more fast food hands. I guess anymore. Yeah.
Nope,
So.
not at all.
Hey, I fit on Mako, so it's working.
Hey.
Well, it might also be those 10 miles that we walked when we were in Paris.
We'll talk about that.
Yes, we will.
And to the right, well, my right, your left over there if you're watching the video version, Miss. I was about to say Sidney Lee. I always say it incorrectly. Sidney Prompto. Right?
Yeah, I mean, Toronto, yeah.
Prompto?
But, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is Sidney Lee.
Okay.
It's my wife.
It's Banks's. I'm Banks's wife, and Lee is also my middle name, hence why I keep my maiden name, because I don't want to be Sidney Lee.
Wait, is it really your middle name?
It really is, yeah. It's spelled the exact same way, too.
I would change it just for the sheer fact of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
And then when you're in trouble, Sidney Lee!
Get your tail on over here. Sidney Lee.
I said no more wire hangers, Sidney Lee!
Oh,
You
why?
guys are going to give my mom some examples and everything. I mean, some ideas.
Lily!
Let's not.
Before we get into all the shenanigans of everything, first off, we'd like to thank MEI Travel, Mass Fan Travel, and Universal Fan Travel for sponsoring the show each and every week. They are a go-to source for all things Disney, Universal,
And
cruises,
at World's End.
and not to mention, I love you so much right now, and not to mention, if you're flying over to Paris, for some reason,
Ooh la la.
they're going to be able to help you out get to all your destinations. Reach out to them for a free quote.
Free.
With no obligation.
None.
And of course, thank you to Give Kids a World Village for allowing us to record the show.
Thank you.
Here each and every week. You can reach out to them on GKTW.org. I don't know my alphabet. And they have the behind the themes thing going on right now.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I really think I'm going to do the Fun Spot one.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think was it next month, July?
Yeah, I think July is the first one. You can go to attractionsmagazine.com to see all the details because we're kind of working with Give Kids the World to help present the behind-the-scenes tours. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah, it's like $50, and you're going on behind the scenes, for all these different, local area attraction, whether they build the attractions or they have some type of, position in the attractions world. You're going to be able to see the whole behind the scenes thing, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the money goes to a great cause.
Exactly. So right around now, we go around the board and say what's going on good in our lives.
good.
Of course, you guys are going to be talking about, some Paris, some Disneyland Paris. We're going to be getting that in a little bit. But besides that, and besides, the new baby, we don't want to talk about no baby.
I mean,
I'm saying what's fun, not what's exhausting. Sidney, you're this is your first time on the show.
This is my first time on the show.
So what's good in the life of Sidney?
Okay, well, you've taken two things away from me, so I don't really have a lot in my life right now. Other than me going back to work, which
Yay!
Yay!
That stinks.
Yes, it does. Believe me.
We
if
thought
I
that just
didn't
after
have
like
to.
4 days, let alone 9 months.
Ooh.
Well, I didn't exactly take 9 months of maternity leave. I would never have maternity leave after I had my baby.
I was just saying.
Yeah, I know. Other than that, not really anything going on in my life. The baby is pretty much taking over my life. And then we have our kid, Spencer, our 4-year-old, who is starting school and actually has gymnastics class coming up for the first time, which is pretty exciting.
Let's give it up for gymnastics.
Yay.
So after going to Paris, is he now Olivier?
Well, no.
You
He should
guys
be.
didn't take the kids with you, right?
No, we
it was
did
just
not.
the two of us. It was a glorious trip.
Yes, it was.
I heard that. I know all about that.
I love my kids, but you got to have a little vacation from them every once in a while.
This was the first time that we ever did one in 14 years. So yeah, I know. Yeah. Ugh. Ooh. Ugh. Love you guys, but thank God.
I can only see it when you came home and you were just like, ugh, hi guys.
Now, if only I could have got rid of somebody else that came with us.
I am like a giant child. So,
Mr. Banks, Mr.
Yes.
Professor, what's going on with you, sir?
Oh, well, I mean, same thing is going on with Sidney.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, I'll add on because we did go to SeaWorld this past week. And
Twice?
Twice because I took Sidney to see that pop show that they have going on.
The bubble thing.
oh, it's back? It's back?
It's back.
Are you serious?
I'm
so watching it this time.
Dude, yeah, it is such a good show.
Yeah.
Sidney and I watched it ourselves, and we're like, our daughter Spencer loves bubbles, so we brought her back actually today, and she was just like mesmerized by the whole thing. And
that
show,
finale, she was just staring like bubbles.
Yeah,
It's
you guys
oh
sit
my
like
God.
close to the front center, just in this mess of bubbles, and it's so awesome.
And it's still that same guy, the world record guy or whatever.
There's
I
a
think
couple
so.
of them now because
okay.
The guy that started it last year, I haven't seen him yet, but there's a guy that was there both times that we were there who was really good, just as good as the original guy from last year.
cool,
so I think they may have a rotation of hosts.
Nice.
But they're good. It's great. Yeah, check it out. It's only here for the summer.
And the other one I didn't get to see last year because I saw the pop thing. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. What's the nighttime show?
Electric
that they have?
Ocean? That's lit.
Ignite.
Oh, yeah. No, wait, what?
Ignite, the fireworks show.
It's
Well,
not
'cause
Electric
they-
Ocean?
The whole event is
The
called
whole
Electric
thing, yeah.
Ocean, but
Oh.
the fireworks is called Ignite.
There's a fireworks show now?
Yeah, there is.
You sit in like the stadium and like there's the dude playing like laser music or whatever. We went to sit down and it started pouring. And a matter of fact, I think we were covering it for a show or Vacation Kingdom, or one of the two. And it was like, okay, yeah, I guess we're not going to see this show because it got bad. It got really bad. But I definitely have to go out there and see it this year.
I love
summer
Ignite.
Florida.
I think Ignite may be one of my favorite nighttime shows in Orlando, just because the fact that it's in the stadium, so all the fireworks and the fountains and fire and stuff are out there on the lake.
Yeah.
But they don't. You don't just have to sit in the stadium. They allow you to walk down to the stage area and walk right up to the water and see everything right there from like
That's
the
so
front
cool.
And the
perspective.
stage, I haven't seen it yet, but the stage, that's the one where they have the ice skating thing during
Yes,
winter, right?
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Exactly. So you definitely check out Ignite if you do the whole Electric Ocean, because Sea Lions Tonight is probably one of the funniest
Oh,
shows
I love Sea Lions
out
Tonight.
there.
So
Definitely
funny.
go to SeaWorld. Check out Electric Ocean this summer. I love it so much.
Not to mention with Sea Lions Tonight, they finally bring back the mime, which
The
is like
mime,
the coolest.
yes.
The
The
mime is back?
Mime
The
is
Mime
back.
is back just for Sea Lions Tonight.
Oh! Wow!
It's happening at SeaWorld this summer.
Now, one of the most exciting parts of you going to SeaWorld, Banks, you've been losing some weight there, buddy.
I've been losing some weight.
You got to go on Mako, huh?
We did. Yeah, I did. We cut out fast food because when we were in Paris, we had no fast food the whole
Well,
time.
when we were in Paris, we didn't exactly have an opportunity for fast food except for at
Exactly.
Disney Village, which has McDonald's over there. But
The service was so slow, we skipped it. But anyway, so we did a lot of walking in Paris, cut out the fast food. When we got back, I was like, I feel a little lighter. I'm going to go try Mako. It's been open for 2 years now. Still haven't been able to ride it. And there you go. I was able to ride it for the first time. So
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
crazy,
gosh.
right?
Well, it's one of those things. I was telling Sidney this today. Go through your mind where I got in, I fit in, but I had to get a little assist from the loader, so you kind of had to push down.
Give me a little bionic
Exactly.
elbow. Yeah.
But then you're going up the lift hill, and you're like, okay, so
Hopefully
I
they
finally-
pushed enough.
I was like, exactly. I was like, I'm on the Orlando's tallest coaster right now. I'm at the very minimum of the clicks. Oh God, here we go.
So I remember when I first rode it, I actually rode it with Matt. And he was trying to get footage for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's wearing like the sunglasses
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
can see or whatever. He wasn't able to use the audio from the footage because I was cussing so loudly.
I remember editing this. I had to pull audio from another channel's YouTube video to put over ours because it was just like it'd be one long bleep.
I think it was whoa, OS. Have you rode this yet, Didi?
I did.
What did you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, the first time I rode was with Aaron.
Oh, that's
and,
right. I forgot about that.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, legit, I was
It's freaky. Like
I was terrified.
When you hit those hills,
yeah,
you're like
and
out of
you're
your
bunny
seat.
hopping
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Oh man.
I think I'll pass.
Oh.
I'm good.
Oh, it's so much fun though.
It's my favorite coaster in Orlando. It really is. I love it. It's so smooth and just yeah. Those bunny hops where you feel like you're we're seriously about to fly out into the lake there. You're like, yeah, this is amazing.
I was saying, both times I missed seeing Olivia from As Dreamers Do because she works there.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, I wanted to see her, but both times I missed her.
Yeah, we tried pressuring her for some fast pass type deals, but she wasn't having it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just because you probably kept calling it Dreamers and Doers for so long.
When you get the name of our vlog right, then
Hey, I got it right last time.
Last time, yes, you did.
Deeds, you just came back from a nice little trip.
Bonnaroo. Yes, and that was a lot of fun.
It sounds like it. That was a lot of fun.
It was a whole lot of fun, as usual. It's probably the best one I've been to so far. Probably gonna go next year.
Now,
And,
for those ignorant to Bonnaroo, what is
Me.
Bonnaroo?
It's a big music festival that's in Manchester, Tennessee. It's a lot of fun. It's been a whole bunch of different acts that show up. This year's headliners was Eminem, Muse, and The Killers.
Oh, I love
And
the Killers.
they were very good. And I watched the live stream. We were gone by the time they played. Yeah, they closed out the festival. But anyway, yeah, it was just really cool. That's all I can really say. It's just awesome.
Who was your favorite performer?
Nile Rodgers and Chic. That was so amazing. That was like the best. That was like, oh man, that was a dance party. It really was. It was so neat, like to be able to hear songs that he made, like he did Bowie, Sister Sledge, songs from he worked with Daft Punk, and it was just so dope. It was like really, 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 really neat. And
Nice.
yeah, I can't wait till next year.
Oh, sweet.
I'm so excited.
So we had friends from England in town. They came in. Was it 2 Fridays ago? I guess it was. And we went to studios, Hollywood Studios. I should preface.
Yes.
On Friday. Went out around lunchtime or whatever. It's like, all right, it's gonna be hot, so let's just make it a half day. This way you guys can see the fireworks and everything. And this is my first time to studios in probably 6 months. I want to say. I've been to Epcot recently. I've
Not
been
much has
to Magic
changed
Kingdom.
there.
What's that?
I said not much has changed.
Yeah, no. Well, there was a big thing, but I'll get to that in a second. And then I think went to Magic Kingdom, pretty recently. But since I came back from California, it's only the second park that I've been to since we came back. We got there first, and first off, I don't know what's going on, but when you make that left going over to Star Tours, they have like this whole area blocked off, like the exit where Indy is. They had it all like not roped off, but like with those false barricades, with the planters or whatever. And they had like
Kind of over there by the Indiana Jones gift shop.
Yeah. Like you actually could not walk the Star Tours or backlot or anything from that area whatsoever. You had to go if you could, but it was a pain, so we didn't go this way. You could go through Olaf's meet and greet and then make the U-turn to go back in front of the bathrooms and then go over that way. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the road there or the walkway or whatever.
Yeah,
and they
maybe
were
they're
just
repaving?
maybe. I don't know. But it was so weird because they couldn't even remove the the trailers from was it Galaxy Far Far Away or whatever it is. What's the show? The Star Wars show. Was it Galaxy Far Far Away?
Oh yeah, a Galaxy Far Far Away.
Yeah,
the day show with the
Yeah.
characters.
So they didn't remove
Oh,
the
so they
trailers.
couldn't
I
even-
think.
Oh, okay.
They were there for the fireworks. That is not a good sight to see when you're trying to watch the fireworks
Yeah.
tonight.
No.
Hopefully this is only temporary.
Yeah, hopefully, because it was very strange. Like the projections were actually showing up on like the false stage or whatever for parts of it and whatnot. Like this is bad. This is really bad. But yeah, we had fun in the park. First off, it's great to hear that at Baseline Tap House, the blood orange cider is back.
It is.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, I need to try that now. Now that I finally can, I would love to try it.
Oh, it's so good, so good. I think we went there 3 different times that day. They have the charcuterie there still.
That's not a good charcuterie board.
Oh, it's not. No, it's
not
just,
really.
yeah.
It's like $50 for like a thing of deli ham and a little pickle.
I got the pretzel. Yeah, I got that big old Bavarian pretzel. It's delicious. But Frock and I, of course, we're there with the kids. We're there with our friends from England, from friend Kyle. Man, I got something like in my throat. We came to a realization, Banks, and I think I discussed this with you just a little bit on Facebook.
Yes.
So our first Fast Pass of the day was Tower of Terror. And I said this when you were on the show last, that this is one of the rides I would never close. I would never want it to change. I love Tower of Terror that much. This is the first time I've rode Tower of Terror since I came back from Disneyland, from Disney's California Adventure and everything.
So when you rode Guardians.
Yeah, exactly. Would we ride that 5 times, 6 times, something like that?
5 times.
5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. Okay. Sorry, Booker T reference. So we get on the ride and we're all hyped and whatever and having fun, whatever. I'm in the back seat. Frocka is in the front. As soon as we land and the doors open, Frocka turns around and I can tell by the look on her face that she's going to say the exact same thing I'm about to say. I hate it.
Called it. I knew
It
it.
is a strong word.
No, and maybe I shouldn't say hate.
Tear it down.
But it's unbelievable the change in, I don't know if atmosphere is the correct word, but the fun aspect of it. Like when you're in Guardians and you're launching and it feels like it's a constant up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And over here Tower, you have like okay, we're going to go up to the hallway scene, and then you go through the 5th dimension. And then, are you going to go up or are you going to go down? And then it's like twice, maybe 3 times, and then it's done. I'm like, no, that's not it. No. We're going to go back up, right? No, we're done. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because it's missing that launch or it's because it's the new hotness because of Guardians or what, but it's lost its mystique to me.
Well,
I know we can't have Guardians here. The ride does not fit for what Guardians is. You'd have to change the whole 5th dimension, thing to be an entirely different scene for Guardians. There's no launch, so it's not going to be the same ride. But I can't compare the two anymore. Guardians to me is so much of a better ride than what our Tower of Terror is. I know you hate me so much right now, but it's just like it was just so weird that as soon as the ride was done, Frocka looked at me and we both thought the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Let's just preface to say that it's a good thing that there is a video recording right now, because then there'd be proof if I were to jump over this table and choke. No, I completely understand your points. They are completely valid. I will always personally love Tower of Terror to death. It will always be my favorite attraction of all time. But I'm not going to say that your opinion's wrong, because I've been on Guardians.
It's a great
I can
ride.
see your point.
Yeah.
It is a fun ride. It is pure fun, adrenaline, constant moving up and down from beginning to end. It's amazing. Our tower, yes, it doesn't have that fun aspect to it, but that slowness, that build-up was designed. That was that was the point of it.
Yeah.
Was to creep you out, was to make you nervous and like what's happening. The 5th dimension scene throws, even to this day, I've seen guests get thrown off like, holy crap, we're moving forward now from an elevator shaft. What's going on? So, yes, I understand your points. If they were ever to change our Tower of Terror,
heaven forbid, because Banks would go ballistic.
No.
You would.
You would chain yourself to an elevator.
You really would. I can see it.
Okay. The only thing that I would accept is if they were to change it to the Tokyo Tower of Terror, to that storyline. Because it's still then a haunted hotel with the haunted elevator, creepy things happening, and then that Shiriki is the creepiest thing I've ever seen. It would really scare the crap out of people.
That would be awesome.
What is the Shiriki?
It's a cursed idol.
Okay.
Because according to the story, there's an explorer took this idol without, he just basically took this idol and treated it like crap.
Okay.
And he put his cigar out on the idol and things like that, and it pissed the idol off, and it caused him to disappear, caused the hotel to get cursed and things like that. And so the idol is what is coming after you during the ride, and you just see green eyes peering at you. It's the creepiest little thing ever. But
it's awesome.
Yeah, their tower is
so cool.
awesome. Their tower is the exact same type of tower as California and Paris, where you start off going backwards and doing things like that. So they would have to obviously change things up for our ride system. But I can understand if they ever got rid of the Twilight Zone aspect to it. But I still want it to be a drop ride, like in a haunted hotel type thing. That still is like what I love about
David Pumpkins was on this ride?
Green light that right now.
No. Maybe I'm the only one in the world, but I red light that. No, absolutely not.
No, I completely understand your point. Having been on Guardians, I can understand where you're coming from.
All right.
And I accept your
Oh, okay.
'Cause
So we're still
Guardians-
friends.
We're still friends.
Hey.
Guardians is just fun though because it's got like the music, it's
Yeah.
got the characters. You know, there's with the music blasting and everything, and everyone's screaming at the top of their lungs. You don't hear a lot of the audio
Dialogue.
like with Rocket. Like there's just some fun campy stuff with that.
We were loving Drax the entire time.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
my
there's
gosh.
this one part
You're
where
welcome.
one of the sequences where Rocket, when you get to the top and you're overlooking Disneyland, he goes, "Hey, look, it's Disneyland. That's thematically inconsistent."
Oh yeah.
Like,
I heard that one.
oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I love it.
I just love it with Drax at the very end. Rocket's like, oh hey, or not Rocket. Star-Lord is like, hey, thanks for all the help and everything, and Drax is like,
Why are we? Thinking
why
that?
are we thinking them? They didn't do anything.
You should be
I love
thanking me.
that.
Yeah, you should be thanking me. But that wasn't even the only thing. So, Didi, when we came back, of course, you said that you love Disneyland that much more than Disney World.
Yes.
I was not in that boat. And of course, maybe they were just having an off day or whatever. But after my day at Studios on Friday, I was in that same boat with Didi, where the food, we went to Backlot Express. Now, we went to one fast food place while we were in Disneyland? It was it was the one right by Soarin'.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that restaurant.
so we were going to get, first off, this one kind of pissed me off because I didn't know this was like actually a thing in Hollywood Studios. Studios closed at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
We went to go get pizza at 4 o'clock. Oh no, I'm sorry, 4:30.
Let me guess, at Pizza Rizzo?
Yes.
And it's closed already.
Yep.
At 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Why is this a thing?
I don't know.
I
It's the
didn't-
weirdest thing.
Apparently, it's always been like that. I had no idea.
See, Banks doesn't
Maybe-
like Disney pizza, so we never get Disney pizza.
Oh, see,
So-
I like theirs,
I
but we
just
went
can't
to go and they're like, oh, we're closed already. I'm like, it's 4:30.
Maybe
Like,
it's because it's in like the back corner of the park, so they realize they're not going to get that much business.
Well, that's the thing, though. If that's closed, how come Mama Melrose doesn't close?
yeah.
true.
But it
Good
could
point.
be because of maybe they need that space for the fireworks, maybe for like safety precaution, maybe.
No, because
but
Still think with
Mama
Mama
Melroses.
Melrose. It's in
Oh.
the exact same location. It's just slightly
and
down
Muppet
the
Vision's
street.
still open,
Yeah.
and the gift shop's still open. Why does Pizza Rizzo have to close?
Plus,
so
when they
early?
had
I
all
don't know.
when Phineas and Ferb were meeting back there and the cars were meeting back there, Lightning McQueen and Mater, that whole area was still open. But yeah, Pizza Rizzo and Pizza Planet was still closed.
I couldn't figure it out. I was really aggravated because I really didn't want a burger. And
Right.
of course, you got Backlot Express or you got ABC Commissary, and both of them have basically the same thing. Maybe a sandwich here or something, whatever.
Right.
So after we realized Rizzo was closed, it was like, all right, we'll just go to Backlot. Backlot, I never had such bad food at a theme park.
Really?
It was so bad. I never had an experience like this before, where each of the kids wanted the chicken and waffles. It's like the Darth Vader,
Vader, yeah.
waffles and the chicken nuggets or whatever.
Were your waffles hard as rocks?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the kid's like, I can't bite into this. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I went to do it. I'm like, what the heck? It was like a brick. My burger felt like it was stale. The French fries were not good. I'm like, man, we went to the one place over by Soarin' in California Adventure. And matter of fact, I'm not sponsoring the show, but I had some Chick-fil-A tonight. And we were comparing the waffle fries from Disney's California Adventure to Chick-fil-A. Their waffle fries, I said to Didi today, I like better than Chick-fil-A. And
They're
that's saying
fantastic.
something.
Oh, yeah.
The food was amazing. Like, I never wanted to go back to like a fast food place like this because the burger was so good. I'm like, hey, do you just want to go get that burger again? Like, it was so good. And all three of us were like, yeah, let's go. I'll never say that with Backlot Express again.
No.
Yep. Whenever Banks and I get the opportunity to go to Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, we always either eat right at the restaurant over by Soarin', which you guys had, or we eat at the one at Paradise Pier, which is now Pixar
Which has
Pier.
like that area is still going to be Paradise.
Oh, it's still
Pier.
Paradise Pier? Okay.
But it's the one over there by the with the pizza.
Buzz your girlfriend.
Oh,
Whoa.
really? Because every time we go, we have amazing pizza.
So
Yes.
we were kind of ticked off because when we were ordering a pizza, we're thinking we're getting, like
A pizza.
Disney World pizza. No, we're getting this tiny itty bitty little slice of pizza
Well, it's
for
flatbread, right?
No, it was like this Totino's.
No, not over there. It's
small pizza, slice of pizza that's like the size of my phone for $10.
Yeah, I mean, it was good pizza, but it wasn't filling at all. Like as soon as I was done with my slice of pizza, I had to go get a pretzel.
Yeah, I think I think we all ate another thing like right after.
Yeah, it was just like I mean, like I said, it was good pizza. There's no way I would ever go back and spend $8-9 on a slice of cheese pizza again.
But to talk about your point about starting to not really like Walt Disney World after going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
After coming back from Disneyland Paris, now I'm really thinking like, oh my god, like what the heck's going on with Walt Disney World? Like
Yeah.
it's starting to go lower and lower on my list.
The monorails, like when you see everything happening with the monorails lately, whether they've been breaking down or the AC stopping the other day, like you compare Disneyland's monorails. Of course, it's not a transportation thing there.
It's
It's
a
just a ride. But it's just like, come on, you can get this to work. You can't get this to work.
Right.
Well, there's a reason they call our monorails the monofails.
Yeah,
exactly. And with Disneyland Paris, it's very, very much kind of like Disneyland, where it is a little bit compacted. There's a lot of greenery.
Oh my
a lot
gosh,
of
Disneyland,
beauty
it's
to it.
Beautiful.
And after going there in Disneyland, and then you come here to Walt Disney World, and you're just like, I mean, I know we have space, but it's like a concrete jungle. There's it's not a
awful
lot of
over
greenery
here.
here.
Like, I mean, you think, Florida, we get rain, every single day of the year during the summer? You'd think we'd have green.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, Animal Kingdom is really the only park that has a lot of like really nice greenery to it.
Yeah, even Epcot doesn't have a lot of greenery. And,
Just like around the
It's
lake,
just
the
all
couple
about
lake
open
areas.
concrete
Yeah.
areas.
Unless you want to count their flower garden. If you want to count
Walt Disney
that.
World feels like a tourist area now instead of like a Disney park.
Exactly.
That, at least to me.
And the more parks that we go to within the Disney family, the less I'm liking Disney World.
Yeah. It sucks to say because I love Disney
Yeah.
World.
Maybe it's
But
just because we've lived here for so long.
and that may be. We may be jaded about the whole entire experience, but it's just like, man, it really bothered me, like how much of a bad time. I shouldn't say that. I didn't have a bad time on Friday. It was just the things that kept building up, and we're just like, this isn't working. Like some of the cast members were kind of off. I'm just like, come on, man.
Right.
I have noticed that lately.
Where's your
the
pixie dust?
Yeah,
Right.
the cast members have been losing their pixie dust more and more every year.
It's in California.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like every single person we had an experience with in California was the nicest possible person.
And
Even Loki, he's supposed to be the scum of the earth or
And
the
let me tell you,
world.
because
and-
we heard a lot of stories about how sometimes the cast members in Paris can get you a little snobby and not responsive
But
to
that's the culture,
Americans.
so.
But we had nothing but like amazing
Everybody
service.
was so nice over there.
like
They
there's
were
even one cast member who's like, "Oh, I love your accent."
Yeah,
He's like,
the
that's
very
the first time I heard that.
The very,
Nobody
very
thinks
first
that.
cast
Get outta
member. Yeah, the very first cast member that we had an interaction with was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are from America. I love your accent." And I'm sitting here going, "There's like 3 or 4 different accents in our state alone." But all right, thanks.
American accent.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Paris
Yeah,
later.
we will.
So as you can tell, it's going to be a little bit of a different show this week. We're not really going to get into the news.
No news today.
There's going to be some video game news, E3 news, but we'll talk about that later on. First off, Banks and Sidney, of course, you were at Disneyland Paris.
Yes.
But you also experienced over the weekend. The new show happened at Epcot with the Guardians of the Galaxy
Awesome
Mix
Mix Live.
Live. Okay.
Which I'm mad about.
Why are you mad about
It
it?
was advertised as a dance party, and it's not a dance party. I'm very upset about that.
I mean, you could
can
always
get
get
up
up
and
and
dance.
dance.
They're not
It's not a
stopping you.
dance party, but you could get up and dance.
No, that's okay. I want a full-on dance party. Like
So like exactly what California has, and Paris has it too, right?
Yeah, Paris has it too for this summer only
Oh, okay.
because it's part of their Marvel Summer of Heroes.
We missed that, didn't we?
Yeah, just by 2 days.
Bummer.
So tell us about the live show.
The live show, it's done in the American Gardens Theater. So I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's so weird. Why would you put Marvel Guardians in World Showcase?"
I was one of them.
But really, it makes sense. One, it's America. Two, this theater has seen concerts happen every freaking festival, so it's really no different.
And I think what I was saying before about like I wasn't sure why it was going to be over there is because we all thought it was a dance party,
Right.
And now that we see that it's not,
It's
it
really
totally makes sense.
It's really like a 22-minute stage show, and
Yeah.
it's
fun.
If you remember Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review from Universal, that old show, it's very reminiscent of that. Pop songs, the people performing on stage, dancing, singing, live band. It's pretty awesome. Like, I was surprised.
And if you're familiar with the Guardians movies and soundtracks, which I'm sure 90% of the people are,
Oh, yeah.
it's straight out the songs from the movies.
That's why they call it the Awesome
Yeah,
Mix
yeah,
Live.
yeah.
Because it is the Awesome Mix.
I think the only song that really wasn't was the Pat Benatar, and you can actually find that on the ride over in California.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything else is straight up off the album itself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The whole show is great. All the new Xandarian band characters. Some of them are doing their own shticks off to the side. You can watch
my
them,
gosh.
and it has some fun interactions.
My favorite interaction, we were watching the second show of the day. We saw the first show, and they were having some element issues, so we stayed and saw the second show. and I caught something between one of the.
It was like the trumpeter
I
or
don't know if
saxophone.
it was a trumpet. No, I think it was a saxophone.
Saxophone.
I think it was whoever the guy was, and Gamora is standing over next to him, and she kind of turns away to look at Peter, and he goes backstage or kind of like goes behind one of the amps, grabs an autograph book and a pen, and tries to pretend to chase after Gamora to get her signature.
That's cool.
And no one else in our group noticed that, and I'm just sitting there going, "That's so funny."
I love it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot of fun. You gotta check it out. They have a story to make it tie into the fact that they are at Epcot's. I mean, quote unquote story, but the best they can. It's Xandar is looking to do some like peace offerings or some sort of thing with
the Terrans.
With the Terrans. So they're sending their band to showcase their music and their
Quote
stuff.
unquote. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And of course, their music is not what
we're
Terrans,
used to.
what
So,
people from Terra are used to. So
Star-Lord
Peter
Gamora.
comes in and he's like, no, here's my mix. Let's tap into this and have some fun with it. And
Even some Baby Groot up on the video screen. I
Baby
saw.
Baby Groot's up on the video screen.
which is a little weird because it doesn't. It's very CG.
Oh yeah.
It's-
I noticed.
He's cute, but he's very CG.
Yeah. But it's
It's not
really about
MCU
him.
money. It's
No,
it's just a little bit of Disney money.
But no Drax or Rocket at all in the show. I mean, I think they're mentioned once, but other than that,
They do. They mention Drax once, and I think they mention Rocket twice.
So there's a dance move that during the call and response part where they're trying to get everyone to get up and dance. There's a dance move called the Trash Panda. You can learn to
The
dance.
whole audience went ballistic the first
I
show.
love it.
It was great.
And of
Trash
course,
Panda.
the Baby Groots and yeah,
Yeah, and then there's the Drax, which
the
was
Drax too was punching the air.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But no, I mean, you definitely go check this out. Great songs, great energy to them, great little visual gags. Yeah, definitely a lot of fun.
They're fun.
A lot more fun than we were all expecting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched the video of Trax's YouTube, and of course, Star-Lord, the guy who is Star-Lord, who knows Star-Lord, whatever you want to call it.
Who's very good friends with Star-Lord.
Yeah, whatever that thing is. He had his mannerisms down to a T.
Oh,
he
really
was
good.
perfect.
Did
Oh my gosh, he
Did
was
they
fantastic.
fly out the dude from Disneyland?
No. But he was really good too. The guy that we saw with the dance party over
In fact,
Disneyland was really good.
I've seen photos that one of Star-Lord's friends people think will recognize as someone being most excellent from an old Universal Halloween Horror Nights show.
Interesting.
So
Well, one of the Xantarians, you could tell that she was hanging out with a bride of a certain Ghost with the Most.
I did hear about that.
a few of the band members are actually former Mold, Sweat, and Shears performers.
Oh,
so
cool,
people
cool,
who
cool.
are fans of that show will want to come check this out.
And of
So
course-
it's, Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review meets Mulch, Sweat, and Shears meets
Guardians
of the Galaxy
Exactly.
meets Bill and Ted. It was
and
fantastic.
this will go for the end of the summer.
Yeah, I think it's going through some random date in August.
Okay.
Of course, check our website for details and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's just for the Incredible Summer offering. So
Basically, once Food and Wine starts, is
Exactly.
when actual bands will come back.
Yeah.
So Disneyland Paris.
yes.
How'd this thing go?
such a glorious trip.
This is
Didn't
your guys'
wanna
first
come.
time ever.
No,
Not hers.
no,
Oh,
his first
okay,
time.
okay.
The last time I went, it was still called Euro Disneyland. It was when it had first opened.
And nobody ever went.
Nobody ever went because it wasn't technically owned by Disney. It was the whole owned by the Parisian government and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember so much stuff. Like I was telling Banks on the airplane, I was like, okay, so we have to do the teacups, and of course the teacups were down, and I was heartbroken. We have to do Alice's Curious Labyrinth, which that was like the first thing that we did as soon as we got in there. And then I'm like, okay, we have to do the dragon. We have to go underneath Sleeping Beauty Castle and see the dragon. And he's like, oh, it's a dragon. We get under there, and he sees that it's an actual
it's like
audio
a glorious
animatronic dragon.
animatronic.
Have you never seen it before?
No,
Like,
he's
video?
never
No.
seen it. Oh, it was amazing. His
I tried not
first
to spoil it too
reaction.
much.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it like a giant?
It's
It is a giant
it's like the size
dragon
of this
that's
room.
audio animatronic.
Its neck physically
kidding
moves
me
its
right
head
now?
Like
up.
it's sleeping, and then it'll open its eyes, and like, hey, you woke me up. It'll start blowing smoke at you and like moving around. And
Its head gets lifted up. Its neck moves. Its jaw opens.
I'll have
and
video
smoke
of it
comes
on a
out of
vlog,
it.
so.
Its tail is inside the water, and it splashes water. Its wings move a little bit, and its little claw. I say it's Maleficent. Her claw is sitting in the water, and it like moves the water. It is the coolest thing ever. It is like absolutely my favorite thing about Disneyland Paris, and I love that park.
Didi's losing his mind right
No,
now.
I'm looking to see if I have video.
This is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Oh,
in
it's
my life.
amazing. And I still remember this from when I was like 5-6 years old. And when I went back, it was even more cool than when I was that little.
Oh, wow.
So I was just blown away by it.
No, I can't find video right now, but yeah.
All right, so were you there to experience just Disneyland as a whole, or specifically just the FanDaze?
We were there for the Disneyland as a whole because
Okay.
we were staying at the Hotel Santa Fe. We had 5 days at the parks.
Oh, cool.
And FanDaze was only one part of the whole thing.
It was a 6-hour
That
experience.
was the
entire
main
trip.
reason we went, but we also made sure to spend some time before and after the events to experience the parks, enjoy the parks, explore the parks. So, yeah, it's the whole thing. Oh, it's just
Magical.
It's so magical. It was amazing. Like, it's not that often that you can experience a Disney park for the first time.
Yeah.
Last time I did that was when I first went to Disneyland in 2006. So this is always like, it was all brand new to me. Just seeing everything. Main Street has so many elements that are so similar to our Main Street in Florida.
Well,
but
it's kind of their Main Street is kind of a mix between Disneyland's Main Street and Walt Disney World's Main Street with completely new elements thrown in. Like when you're walking down Main Street, you've got, the Emporium and the confectionery. It's not really called the confectionery, but you've got your basic elements. But then on either side of it, you've got this hallway that you can go through to completely bypass Main Street. So it's like,
but the hallways are completely themed. They call the hallways arcades. They're
Yeah.
not like your typical arcade that we know of, but they're just like bypasses.
yeah. So like one of them is themed to when France gave the United States the Statue of Liberty. You can walk into this little tiny showcase room, and it shows like people standing and watching the statue being put up. And then the other one, it's
themed to like what people in the 1800s thought what the future would look like, basically.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so cool. But Disneyland Paris is weird because in every Disney park I've been to, at least, you go in, you walk down Main Street. On the left-hand side, you've got Adventureland, and then it's Frontierland, and then Fantasyland, and then Tomorrowland with, a random land thrown in there depending on which park you're at. Over there, their Frontierland and their Adventureland are switched. So I kept getting lost.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah, so like the very first lane you come up to on the left is Frontierland, and the Rivers of America would be where Jungle Cruise is at our other parks. It's a pretty unique
weird.
layout.
Plus, they don't have a Jungle Cruise. Like, they don't have Jungle Cruise. They don't have Splash Mountain.
No, because
It gets
the
too cold.
weather gets so cold, they can't have a Jungle Cruise.
Burn it down. Burn it
Don't burn
down.
it down.
No, it's amazing.
But on Main Street, they have a barbershop like we do, except their barbershop, it not only do your haircuts, but they also do like hot towel razor
I
shades.
saw that you got that done.
Dude,
They had a-
oh
you
my
got a
God.
straight
Glorious
shave.
experience ever.
I've
isn't
never
it?
had a straight razor shave done in my life, and like just laying there. Apparently, there's only one guy that works it. He's not there every day. I actually caught him at the right time.
Yeah, Banks was very lucky. There was only one guy in the chair when he was sitting there, so Banks just walked up and was like, "Hey, I
but
kind of
yeah,
want this."
it is highly worth doing that experience if you've never had a straight.
But
razor
terrifying
shave.
all at the same time.
Terrifying, yeah. But I wasn't trying to think about that. I was just like, oh,
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah,
Sweeney
meanwhile,
Todd,
I'm over
Sweeney
here
Todd.
singing Sweeney Todd in my head while Banks is getting this thing done.
You'll see a lot of this on Attractions Adventures in the future. Quinn's stuff is actually debuting this week, and then once his stuff is done, we'll put my stuff up, and the razors
Our stuff?
that'll be.
Oh, you're doing like Mick Foley cheap pop over there. I like it.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, their Tomorrowland is not even called Tomorrowland. It's
Discoveryland.
It's got a very Jules Verne.
Yeah,
theme
so
to it.
it's very Around the World in 80 Days, Journey to the Center of the Earth, that kind of thing. It's so cool.
And they have a 20,000 Leagues attraction, but it's not like the old subs.
It's not a
It's
Nautilus.
a walkthrough attraction.
Yeah.
So you go underground, you go underwater, and you're walking through the Nautilus through sets and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and like the entire thing is underneath everything in Discoveryland. So when you go up to like this one part, there's a port thing that you're looking out into the water, and there's an animatronic kraken that comes up, and like his tentacles move and he bites the ship, and it's so cool.
Yeah. And of course they have a Buzz Lightyear ride, they have Star Tours, but probably what is my favorite ride there, Hyperspace Mountain.
Yes.
Oh, 'cause you didn't do it over in
I
California.
never got to do the California version, but I've seen enough videos of it that I kind of understand it.
Yeah.
This because their Space Mountain is completely different than any other Space
Yes, it
Mountain.
is.
It has a launch at the beginning.
And that's the one thing that we both said that we thought that California should have, especially with the hyperspace, that it was taking too long to actually go into light speed or whatever.
Oh no, you launch straight up and then you go into it, and it is just things everywhere. The TIE fighters are shooting at you. You see the Star Destroyers. I think this is the better one than the California one.
So speaking of Hyperspace Mountain really quick. So at Disney World, how long do you normally wait for Space Mountain on average on a summer day?
Do not.
3 hours,
Exactly. Guess how long we waited?
20 minutes.
5 minutes.
15 minutes.
5:15, depending on what time we went on.
Yeah.
Is it still not that busy of a park at all?
It's completely dead. It was great.
I think the longest line that we saw for any attractions at Disneyland, it was Big Thunder Mountain. I think it got up to 60 minutes.
But we didn't even wait 60 minutes.
Yeah,
I
we
think
fast-passed it.
Yeah, well, we fast-passed it, but I think the first time that we even went on it, it was down for a while, and then we hopped in line as soon as it opened.
Yeah.
We waited maybe 30
10
minutes. Like, not even that. It was like, 10,
But still.
15, 20 minutes.
And then over at their Studios Park, their Crush's Coaster is that one's a
what?
long way. Crush's
Crush's
Coaster.
Coaster? Oh, such a
Oh, so
good
it's
ride.
2 different parks.
Yeah,
There are
there's-
2 parks. There's Disneyland
So-
Park and Walt Disney Studios Park.
And the Studios Park is regaled as, the worst Disney park among Disney fans. But it's getting better.
Yeah, they're going to be having a whole expansions and stuff in the next few years, but that's in the future.
Yeah.
Right now, it is literally the smallest Disney park
It's teeny
out
tiny.
there. It's small.
It's
Is
like
it smaller
maybe,
than Disneyland?
yeah.
It's like maybe a third of Disney
It's-
Studios?
Yeah, it's
Hollywood
small.
Studios?
Yeah. It's
It's very tiny.
So it's about the size of our Hollywood studios right now.
Smaller.
yeah.
Smaller than current studios?
Smaller
Yeah.
than
Wow.
current studios,
Yeah.
even
Wow.
with all the
And there's not
stuff
many
going on.
rides. I mean, they have Rock and Roller Coaster, they have Tower of Terror, they have Ratatouille.
Who's on the Rock and Roller Coaster?
It's Aerosmith.
It is Aerosmith.
It's Aerosmith. But the layout, like the theme of it, is completely different in
You're
ours.
making a
'Cause,
music video.
Yeah, ours is you're getting backstage passes and you're going through Hollywood to get to the concert. Theirs is they are making a
Yeah, they don't do that.
they're doing a prototype ride system where they're creating a roller coaster and through like this music video set, and it's just like lights and
So it's what was the one at Disney Quest? Oh, God.
Oh,
what was the one?
we had in the
create
studio
your own-
doing
No,
song.
no, the roller
Oh,
coaster.
oh, create your own coaster.
Cyberspace Mountain.
Cyberspace
Yeah,
Mountain.
So
Kinda,
Rock
that's
and Roller
fine.
Coaster meets Cyberspace Mountain. I love it. Yeah.
But yeah, their pre-show for
coaster.
Coaster, it's so short.
It's
like
short.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Like you see
You go
Aerosmith's
in-
up there, they do some things, and there's like,
And then
oh, okay,
Steven
time to
Tyler
go.
comes in and he's like, "Hey guys, so this is what we're doing. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 G-forces, and we're going down."
Dun-dun.
And then all of a sudden, the doors open, and you walk right onto the coaster.
Hey, Dave, can you grab my Black Les Paul?
Yeah, they don't do any of that. I'm sitting here going, "Come on, please just do the. I love that idea. That's all I want."
They have Lights Motors Action, but we didn't watch that
because
That's
it's
the
the
original,
exact
right?
yeah, that's the
same
original,
thing.
exact same, but in French, so no need to see that.
Banks wanted to go see it, and I'm like, "No."
Yeah, we just never had time
Now
to.
their fast pass system. What is it like?
It's the same as Disneyland's. It's paper fast pass, so you just go.
It's a
and
legacy fast
Can you
passes.
do Max Pass there?
No, they don't have that option
Okay.
yet. It's
You don't
just the
need it,
paper.
No, I was
But-
just wondering.
But with their fast passes, they don't have hour increments. Theirs is in 30-minute increments, so you have
And-
less time to get to your fast pass.
And they are a lot more strict with your fast passes over there. If you are 5 minutes late, they will not let you ride.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. Fortunately, we
what
never
else
had
is
that
Studios?
issue.
They have a Toy Story Playland, which is not going to be as grand. It's not as grand as what ours is going to be, but they have little like carnival rides, like a parachute drop and the Slinky Dog that just kind of goes around in the circle.
It's like one of those things that you'd find at the boardwalk or
Or
something.
no,
it's
at
a
Fun
Paradise
Spot.
Pier.
Yeah.
No, at Fun Spot, the bobsled ride where you're going around like
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
a Slinky Dog.
Yeah, and then there's the RC Racers,
which
which-
is just one of those pirate
Oh,
ship
yeah,
halfback
yeah, yeah.
things.
See, I don't do those.
Yeah.
So Banks did that for me. He did
Yeah.
it twice. Once for him, one for
And
me.
then for me, my heart was happy because they still have a backlot tour.
Oh, really?
For now.
The studio tram tour is what they call it, and it's going to be closing by the end of the year for the
Oh,
expansion.
come on.
What's
But
on it, though?
They have Catastrophe Canyon. They have sets from a movie called Dinotopia, which I never heard about.
Yeah, that was
How have you never heard of
ABC made for
Dinotopia?
movie
Yeah, I
or
think
made for
so.
TV movie. Yeah.
And then they have a set from a movie called Rain of Fire, which is like a destroyed,
Yeah, Christian Bale.
yeah,
Dragon movie.
destroyed
Yeah.
London. So there's a fireball that shoots out at you.
And then they have like
They have
the
props and
graveyard,
stuff.
like the.
They have a vehicle from Horizons.
Yes, they do.
What? Oh, no way.
Get
A
out.
vehicle from Horizons is sitting in one of their graveyards.
It's
With
just
other
sitting
props.
there.
I don't know.
That's a heck of a
And it looks,
journey.
It looks like it recently got like touched up and repainted. 'Cause it looks
beautiful.
brand new. So, but
The only-
Catastrophe. It was good to see Catastrophe Canyon again.
So the only thing that I was disappointed about as far as their backlot goes it didn't have the Pearl Harbor, pre-show
No
thing.
pre-show. You could just go right and load on the tram.
Which, when Banks worked at that attraction, that was my favorite thing. I would stay all day there. I'd skip the entire backlot and I'd just stay at the pre-show.
But Jeremy Irons is the English
Narrator.
is the English host for it.
Oh, that's cool.
So and it's on video screens. Like the trams have video screens, so you see Jeremy Irons and then
A French actress.
Does he say "Long live the king" at all? Or?
No, he doesn't say. Unfortunately,
Long live the king.
Their towers is an exact clone of what California used to have, so nothing special there. Crush's coaster was a surprise hit. That is
Crush's
a fantastic.
coaster.
It's a spinning coaster too. So
Banks and I went on it thinking that it was going to be just a cute little kiddie ride, and then we got off and we're like, that was the best thing ever.
That's exactly what we said about Maters.
yeah,
That's why I can't wait
man.
for the alien spin thing
yeah.
here because it's going to be the exact same ride.
and
But
then
it's not
Ratatouille
gonna-
is cute.
Oh, it's not going to have adios.
Adios, como estas?
We died. Oh God, we died.
Que hora es?
Oh, later.
Eskier Dad or whatever the heck it was. I don't remember.
And there's not going to be any him like singing country.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
lot
Man,
of fun. Yeah,
a great ride.
Ratatouille is cute. I can't wait for that to come to Epcot.
and we're getting the exact same
Yeah,
thing,
the
right?
exact same thing except all in English. But that's one of the things that I love about Disneyland Paris because they
Yes.
get a lot of visitors from England. So a lot of the park is
Not
both
just
in
the whole
French.
UK and everything, like the
Yeah.
UK Americans. So there's some characters that only speak in French, and then there's some characters that only speak in English, and then some characters that do a mix of the both.
Yeah.
So
like on Ratatouille, you see Remy will say something in English, then revert and go over to French.
which is kind of neat because I think it's actually who's the voice of Remy?
Patton Oswalt. It is Patton Oswalt.
Yeah,
on
so
the
Patton
ride.
Oswalt doing English and then switching over to French.
It's not him doing French.
It's not him doing
No,
French. It
it's
sounded like
it's whoever did the French for the movie. So,
sounded like him.
but
But it's
so
so
that's
cute.
a cool element to see.
I noticed
them.
they even did that with some of the Marvel stuff too. So the big Marvel show that they had after you guys left.
Yeah.
Like you hear, not Tony Stark, or I guess it
There's
is Tony
the-
Stark. It's not Robert Downey Jr. It's
Right.
guy from Heroes or
Right,
whatever
right,
that does
right.
the voice of the cartoon. But then you have like Black Panther actually does a French accent.
And then Thanos talks in English and in French.
yeah,
so.
yeah. So that was kind of cool. Yeah.
So
So-
that's something I like about that.
So is there a card show and Mater talks in French?
Unfortunately,
Oh,
though,
God.
there's only one
Amazing.
small cars right there. We didn't even ride it.
Oh, I
What
would have
was
rode
it?
it just to see.
It's just like
that-
a very
yeah.
kiddie version of Junkyard Jamboree.
Oh, okay.
Como talez-vous?
You want them French fries? Oh, Mater, I love you.
I think
then,
Peter would offend the entire French culture if he did that.
Back over to
So
Disneyland, they have Small World, which is awesome. I love
Their
their
small world is beautiful, but it's so jam packed. Like ours, everything is spread out. Disneyland's everything is like themed to the characters.
And the cool thing is, actually, because we're in France, we actually get an America whole
yeah,
scene.
there's an entire North
for
American
Small
thing.
World.
It was
I want to
amazing.
make a joke, but I'm not going to. I really, I'm so close.
If it's cowboys and Indians,
what,
then
no,
yes,
no,
you're right.
what did it look like? Did it look okay? Like,
It looks
what-
okay.
what-
I mean, it started off with like the Wild West.
Yeah, it was
and
like cowboys and Indians, and then it
Then
went
there's New
to
York.
farmlands, and then to New York, and then it was Hollywood.
And then there was also Canada represented as well.
Yes,
so there
which
was
was
like
very
hockey
nice.
players and moose and things like that.
That's cool.
So.
Very, very stereotypical Canadian.
But let's see, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my God!
I love their Pirates of the Caribbean.
What's different about
the
theirs?
whole
Everything.
thing? I mean,
It's
they
incredible.
obviously they have the same. The scene where you first the scene where you get to the ship attacking the village and go through the village. That's all pretty much the same. They have the new redhead there. They have two pirates that are actually sword fighting, like animatronics, which looks pretty awesome. Once you get past the exploding. The town on fire. You go down a small waterfall and things explode around you, and then you get into the caves. And the scene where you run across the shipwreck with the skeleton piloting the ship.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and- yeah.
That's there, but then Barbossa is standing there with him, and then lightning flashes, and Barbossa turns from a human into his
ghost figure.
like
You
the
best start
projections and
believing
things
in
like that.
ghost stories,
It
Miss
is
Turner.
so cool.
It's so cool. And then the whole thing about the beginning before you even get to the town, which is
Yeah,
completely
like-
different. The jail scene is before you even get to the town.
That was a little weird having the jail scene first.
But yeah, we'll have video of it on our YouTube channel at some
Check
point
out.
very soon. So
Cheap plug.
cheap plug. But their pirates, I think Disneyland in California will still be my favorite pirates. This is a close second. Ours
Ours
sucks.
sucks.
We didn't get to ride it. Oh, it sucks so bad.
This is down. That's
Yeah,
right.
it was closed.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I got to have that delicious sandwich. That was fine.
Don't feel bad. Phantom Manor was down for
Why
us.
you gotta rub that?
Yeah, we didn't
Why
get to
you
ride
gotta-
Phantom Manor.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh,
'cause
that stinks.
they're doing a big refurb for that.
What's
but,
Phantom Manor?
I'm okay with
It's like
it.
It's
their
the
Haunted
Haunted
Mansion.
Mansion, except really amazing.
Okay, so their entire Frontierland, their entire area of Frontierland is themed to each other. Like everything ties into the same
Yeah.
story. It's not even really Frontierland. It's
It's
Thunder
called
Mesa.
Thunder Mesa.
So
I mean, it's called Frontierland,
it
but
is,
it's the
but
town
it's
of Thunder
the-
Mesa.
Yeah, kind of like how in Asia over here, in Animal Kingdom, it's like Anandapur and Circazong. Those
But
two
like,
different areas.
The Phantom Manor overlooks Thunder Mesa, and the story is connected to Big Thunder.
Big
because
Thunder
the-
Mountain is on an island.
Yeah, Big Thunder Mountain is where Tom Sawyer Island is.
Yeah.
You have to go under the water on the
Oh
train
my
to get
God,
to it.
Big Thunder Mountain.
Interesting.
Their Big Thunder Mountain is the best Big Thunder
it's
Mountain
the
of any
best.
of them. It is fast. It is amazing.
It's incredible. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like-
but yeah, the story of Phantom Manor, the Henry Ravenswood, he owned the Big Thunder Mines, so like it's
So everything all runs together.
yeah, everything runs together if you really look for the details or read about it online. So,
So like Dinoland USA, basically.
kinda, yeah,
Kind
exactly.
of.
Or the-
Yeah, so Big
A
Thunder
little bit.
Mountain's
Where did
fantastic.
Donald Duck and Launchpad and everybody come in?
Gosh, I don't know.
Chester and
Didi
Hamster
hates
decided
it.
to
Didi
do
hates it so much. He hates it
sorry.
so much.
I'm okay with it just because we get Launchpad in the parks. That's all I care about.
You can go to Epcot. I mean,
Epcot.
you could
I
have
mean,
been
all
at
the other
Soarin'.
IPs are going to Epcot. So
Jeez, you could have been at Soarin'. I mean, just in Dinoland.
I know.
Their Indiana Jones ride, it's skippable.
What?
What-
It's
what's-
absolutely skippable.
what's the difference?
They don't have like Indiana Jones Adventure. Their Indiana Jones
It's a
ride
roller
is just
coaster.
like a outdoor roller
It's
coaster.
a really, really dumb, unthemed roller coaster.
The only theme is like there's the Indiana Jones entrance sign. That's really
That's
the theme.
it.
That's it. There's
You
your
could
Indiana
take
Jones
the entire
reference.
name Indiana Jones off of it, and it wouldn't do any difference. There's no whip, there's no snakes, there's no giant rolling ball. Anything that you think of when you think Indiana Jones, it does not exist on this ride, and it's stupid.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's a cute ride, but it's stupid.
yeah. Do it once, but after that, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So before we hit the actual FanDaze event,
Yes.
food wise, you said you didn't do any like fast food or anything in the
No,
parks.
but we did some foods around the park.
Yeah, so when you book a Disneyland Paris hotel, vacation stay, whatever, you can add the option of actually adding a meal plan to it, kind of like what we do here. But over there, you get everything. You get the drink, you get the meal, you get a snack, you get like the whole shebang, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
And we used it every single day, which was great.
Yeah.
So we ate. They have a restaurant there themed. All the restaurants there are themed to random Disney characters. There's Colonel Hathy from the Jungle Book. There's Timon and Pumbaa from the Lion King. There's the what was the Tomorrowland, the Discoveryland one? It was
Oh, that was the Videopolis.
Videopolis.
Yeah, that one was kind of a Star Wars type theme because that's also where they do Jedi Training Academy and they're showing Rebels clips and things
yeah,
like
and
that.
like, but it's so weird because over here you've got like. If you're going to theme a restaurant, it's going to be Crystal Palace with Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet. But over there,
in Fantasyland, their restaurant is Mr. Toad themed.
Yes.
So it looks just
It's
like
Toad
the
Hall.
facade to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, except you walk in and it's a restaurant.
Yep. They
It
also have
serves
a
British
Pinocchio's
fare.
restaurant, which you know
Do you get hit
Pinocchio's
by a
Village
train?
has.
I don't know.
We didn't go in.
Ah.
I wanted to.
That
but
was
it
the best
too
part of
busy.
our California adventure was
Wasn't
getting
it
by a
great?
train
Oh, I
and going
love
to
it.
hell. I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a lot scarier than I remember.
Yeah, a lot shorter too. But it was very
But
fun.
no, yeah, the food was. There was nothing really to write home about. Oh, there's one place that I highly recommend. I can't remember the name of the cafe at all, but it's in Walt Disney Studios Park. It's kind of tucked away in the back behind the entrance
yes.
to Lysmore's Action and right behind the exit for Armageddon.
I don't remember what it's called either, but it's kind of like a retro 50s diner in a trailer, and it's burgers
it's just-
are amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
So,
good.
all right,
Oh yeah,
back-
I forgot to mention Armageddon. Yeah, they have an Armageddon special effects show. So think like Twister at Universal, except you're in this round room. Like
Please tell me someone's riding the missile or whatever it was, like
No, it's
Buscemi was.
No, it's the scene toward the beginning of Armageddon from the space station.
Oh,
with the
okay,
Russian
okay,
guy.
okay.
You're on that space station as the asteroids are hitting you.
Yeah,
and just
the creepy
fire.
Russian that plays
Yeah.
the bad guy in
Alright.
every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really unusual. Have Armageddon.
yeah, it is
And
very
it's still
strange.
there.
Yeah,
But
that's-
that's closing too by the end of the year.
It's
So
it's all right.
Yeah, it's nothing to write home about, but
All right, so I know you were one of the picky eaters. Was there anything strange that you ate, Banks?
No, he was too.
Oh, Banks.
what?
You had like you didn't have like escargot or anything.
Oh
like
no, I
that,
didn't have
but-
anything.
I wouldn't eat that either.
Distinctly
Yeah.
French.
I've eaten it when they have it over at Food and Wine.
Bleh.
But it's not that. It's not that. It just tastes like a chewy, garlicky balloon.
It tastes like chicken.
You're eating a big booger. Ugh.
It's not that bad.
Ugh.
Tasty.
What was the favorite thing they ate?
Croissants.
Croissants are
Authentic
Pain de
croissants.
chocolat.
Oh, the crepes are amazing.
Oh my
too.
gosh, the crepes. The Nutella crepes. Just Nutella. Everything over there is Nutella.
Frocka's going to want to go over there now. All right, so FanDaze.
Yes.
All right, now you said you were kind of disappointed by it, though.
I did.
Didn't you say something that you're kind of like
He didn't.
that you only got to meet like one person?
Yeah, that would say the one disappointing thing I had from the events was the fact that they have all these characters, but you couldn't see every single one of them.
It was a
Or
6 hour.
meet every single
It was
one
a
of them.
6 hour event, and they had over almost 100 Disney characters, and not just like Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, Daisy, Chip, Dale. They had rare characters.
Treasure Planet.
They had they had
Hercules.
Carmelita from Saludos Amigos. They had the.
I don't even know what that is.
She's the one that
There was-
Donald flirts with.
Yeah, there were several characters that people had no idea who they were.
Megara, Esmeralda, Quasimodo, Hercules, Hades,
If you would have pointed out the Treasure Planet kid to me, I would have had no idea who that was.
Jim Hawkins.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
He's
don't
my
even
Disney
think I've
crush.
ever seen that.
Atlantis
The-
was there.
Yeah,
the
Atlantis.
extent of my knowledge about that character was when they used to do it in the animation tour.
Yeah.
That was the extent
But-
of my knowledge.
Cusco Kronk, Yzma was there,
Mm-hmm.
which,
But Eastman was only in the show.
well, still, but she
Yeah.
was in the event.
Right, but regardless, there was still you couldn't meet every single character because
There was
the
no way.
lines for everyone were long and they weren't really going as fast as I was expecting. Because they did say no autographs, which I was like, all right, that's awesome. So
Yeah,
go in,
don't-
get your picture, go.
Yeah, like when they first announced this event, they were like, we're gonna have all these different characters. They're not gonna do autographs. You're gonna have one picture, one personal picture, one photo pass picture. Meet done. That was it. But like the characters, they're so rare that they were just playing with everybody.
The
They were having
interactions
so
taking
much
a little
fun.
longer than I was expecting. But that's fine. That's the one thing that I was a little disappointed about is I couldn't meet a lot of characters.
Yes.
But the way the system they had to circumvent that
Fantastic system.
perfect because they were allowing at every single meet and greet for people who wanted just a photo of them, not with them. You could walk up between each guest. The characters would quickly do a pose so people could just take their photo, move on.
Yep.
So
there
with
was
that-
like an actual area roped off for almost every single character called a paparazzi area. Everyone stood up there. They got their cameras ready. After like maybe 5 people, 5 different guests that the characters met, the attendant would be like, okay, take a picture, turn toward the
All right,
paparazzi.
pose.
Done. Okay, next guest, come on up.
Yeah. And it wasn't after every 5 guests. It was almost after every single guest.
Wow.
But because of that system, I was able to get video of every single thing except
And I was
for
able to get pictures.
Heroes and Villains Alley because that was on the backlot path. And that was hard to get
that was
to.
a little bit different because that one had it was like jump from character to character in the same line. It wasn't like get in a different line.
Right, and there was no paparazzi area for
Yeah,
that.
it was hidden off, but it had every single Disney villain. I think there was Shan Yu from
Yeah.
Mulan,
Hades was there.
I'm not sure if they had like the face characters like Maleficent or
I
Evil
can't
Queen.
remember. I can't remember.
I think Jafar was there. Jafar and Aladdin
Yeah.
were there, and then of course hey, let's add
Was the
Anna and
Beast
Elsa.
there? Was the Beast there?
No, Beast wasn't
no,
there.
No, Beast wasn't there.
He should have been down.
He should have
that
been.
alley.
You'd think he would be, considering.
No,
He
no,
is
no.
a-
We're talking about was he in the villains area?
He was
yeah.
technically a villain.
He's the villain.
He is the villain.
Yeah. But other than
Gaston's
that, like
the
they had a
real
lot of
hero.
roaming characters. Like
They had Toulouse and Berlioz from Aristocats, not just Marie like we have over here. They have the little gray kitten and the little orange.
they had Roger Rabbit and Eddie Valiant.
Yes,
I
they
saw
did.
that.
That's
That
so
was
cool.
fantastic.
That's cool.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh, they
gosh.
got swarmed.
Well, of course, it was the first time Eddie Valiant ever had been in a park.
This
so
is true.
Ever?
Ever.
Wow.
First time.
So yeah, all those characters. They had little Imagineering conferences where you could go and
We only saw one.
We went to one with Tom Fitzgerald, who announced some of the stuff coming to Phantom Manor this year. But there was one about Duffy,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was one. I forget. There was another one.
I can't remember what that one was, but
yeah.
yeah.
Real quick, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
yeah.
Were there any Pixar characters in the thing?
Joy and Sadness are meeting.
So Remy was meeting and Linguini was meeting, which Linguini was so adorably
He was
dorky.
face, yeah.
He was dorky, and I love him.
Toy Story.
They had Buzz
those
and-
characters are
Buzz
meeting in
and,
Toy Story Playland. Joy and
Bye.
Sadness are meeting.
Bugs
Yep.
Life? Any Bugs Life?
No.
I didn't see any
No.
Bugs Life.
Incredibles.
I think no.
No, they had the Incredibles. They were inside
Oh yeah,
the
they were in
building.
animation. Yeah,
We didn't go
So,
inside there.
Incredibles, Ratatouille, Inside Out, and Toy Story. I think were the only Pixar ones we saw. Everyone else was just pure Disney. So
Yep. And not just like, Cinderella and all them. It was like rare Disney.
Yeah.
And then they had all the Disney afternoon characters. So you can meet Darkwing Duck, Launchpad, Chip and Dale as Rescue Rangers.
Baloo
that's
and
cool.
King Louie
Baloo and
as
King Louie
in their
as
tailspin
Tailspin.
outfits.
That's cool.
And
That
then
was the coolest thing.
Goofy and Max were in their Goof Troop outfits.
What?
Cool. That's
Oh yeah, I think I saw. Did they have a show?
Oh, we'll get to that.
We'll talk about the
We'll
show.
get to the show because we talked about the let's get to the shows now because
Yeah.
the shows are
Well, before you actually get onto that, the other one that I want to know about too was Maui. Was Maui out
No,
there?
No,
Maui
that's
didn't
not-
meet.
Moana wasn't there either. I didn't see
Interesting.
Moana at all
Interesting.
either.
Okay.
So the shows were what made the event.
The shows, oh my God. So the Max Live show has.
Go last. Do that.
Okay,
last.
we'll do that one last.
They had Oh My Hortensia. So
Which
this
was
is the
the
Disney.
first time Hortensia ever made her appearance, and she has the cutest little voice.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Hortensia
Oswald's
is
girlfriend.
Oswald's little girlfriend.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
from the
wife
old
or whatever,
shorts.
because they have
Yeah.
600 kids?
Okay.
Are we good on?
No, you're good. We're about an hour already.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's wrap this up. real
You're
quick.
good. You're good.
The Dance Your DuckTales parade is
Such a
was
cute
awesome.
parade.
It's your DuckTales.
It was
Yes.
a DuckTales themed parade, but it wasn't the
I'm
current
offended.
DuckTales. It was the old.
Oh,
DuckTales.
really?
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was like the original voices, except, of course, for Scrooge, but,
because he passed recently.
Yes.
But yeah, because that was just
Oh,
a little
and
parade,
Launchpad.
and they did a
Launchpad was-
show stop where they taught you some dances. You can interact with them, really fun. Then the confetti were feathers at the end of it.
Right.
So,
But, it's not like a
Sounds
tradition.
kind of awful. really.
It was campy. It was very cute, but very campy. But it's not like a regular Disney parade where you've got all these magical floats and everything, and the choreography is on point. It was like, okay, we have 6 hours to put a parade together. Let's do it.
they had one show we didn't go see Stitch live, but they had Pleakley and
Completely in Jumba.
Jumbo
Oh, that's cool.
were part of it. But
I think
then
Naf actually met the two
yeah,
of
I
them.
saw that. Yeah.
what made the whole thing worth every single penny?
Yes.
Max Live.
Yes.
Lord, this show
Oh.
needs to come here.
Did you just turn into a goof there?
Okay.
Oh
my God,
It sounded
this
like
show.
the nightmare where Max is turning slowly into Goofy.
But
That's
that's
what
the-
just happened.
no,
This
Oh
show
my
is
God.
acts like a true sequel to a Goofy movie.
It is the
because
best
Max
show
has
ever.
embraced his Goofy laugh. He does it throughout the show.
He yucks.
It's the same voice actor who was
It's James Marsden.
James Marsden. It's all the same voice actors. The whole show's in English.
Yes.
It's
So, okay. Max Live has replaced Festival of the Lion King as my #1 top Disney show in the world.
Didi actually doesn't remember. Or no, you know. I'm thinking the other one, the other Lion King show. Sorry,
Oh,
the puppet one. Yeah, sorry,
from
my bad.
Magic
Yeah,
Kingdom,
yeah.
yeah.
No.
So Festival was your favorite before.
Festival was my
Okay.
absolute favorite. I knew
This has
every.
replaced
Let me
it.
put it this way: Timon has been my absolute #1 favorite Disney character since The Lion King came out. Never been replaced by any other Disney character. Went to go see this show over in Disneyland Paris. Blew that entire thing out of the water. Max Live, by far my favorite Disney show. I'm still listening to the music. I'm still singing along to the songs.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
What was so great about it?
It's just for those of us who are huge fans of a Goofy movie.
Yeah.
like this just
It's
feels
got.
like
Goofy movie has like a cult following.
yeah. But then it incorporates things that other Disney shows don't really do that often
Right.
much. It starts off with Stand Out from a Goofy
Yes.
movie.
So Max comes out on stage. He's dressed up as Powerline in his Powerline outfit. He does the whole song for Stand Out. And then he's like, oh, yeah, so let's go ahead and get wild. And then it introduces Nick and Judy Hopps. And, they're doing...
They do Zootopia.
They do
They Try
the
Everything.
Try Everything song. And it's Max singing all of these different songs. And it's
And then
incredible.
from there, Stitch and Angel come out and they do Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride and the
And
theme song to
Aloha
the Stitch
Como
show.
Mai.
And the what one?
Did you ever watch the Stitch cartoon series? That was
No.
Lilo
did.
and
Maybe
Stitch,
a little
the
bit,
show or
yeah.
something
It
like
was
that. The theme song to that. They
Yeah,
performed that.
I think S Club 7 is the one that did it.
And then
Or
I remember
Five.
That's Club 7.
My
Man.
God.
and then Yzma and Cusco
Yzma
come
and
out.
Cusco come out. And Yzma does the song that was deleted from The Emperor's New Groove. So it's actually Eartha Kitt singing, even though she passed away.
Yeah, so it's her and then Cusco doing a battle.
You ever saw that version?
Oh, it's such a good
Phenomenal
Guys.
movie.
And then,
Low key,
I
like
tried. I didn't like it.
what? That was so funny.
No.
Jose and Panchito come out
Yes,
and they do
which
Three
was weird
Caballeros.
because that's like the only one that's classic Disney that they did.
Right.
But Max sings it's just, what does he sing? He sings Hakuna
They
Matata.
do a montage, Hakuna Matata, Under the Sea, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious,
Mm-hmm.
Zippity-doo-dah, and then Three Caballeros, and then the finale.
Okay, so to lead up to the finale, Goofy, obviously being Goofy, trips over some wires and blows the power for the entire thing. So Max is like, oh my gosh, Dad, what did you do? Oh no. And Yzma comes out and she's like, this is why you should never trust people. He's a loser. And Max is like, I don't like you. So, he starts going into his whole power line eye-to-eye thing, and everyone on stage, which blew my mind, and you can actually hear me in like Banks's video. I don't know if you're putting that up, but I'm squealing. I am in the back squealing.
Yeah.
And they all do the perfect cast.
Oh, that's funny.
Every single character on stage does the perfect cast. Yeah,
We're gonna get copyright stricken for that. You're
sorry.
hitting right on the right point.
but it's amazing.
But
it's such a
just the whole show, it's just it is
It's
made
fun.
for like Disney fanatics, 90s kids,
Yes.
basically.
Like any kid that grew up with a Goofy movie, it is made for them. It is absolutely 100% into like what could possibly all these 90 kids want? Let's put it in the show.
Yeah.
And I feel like that show specifically was made for me.
Yeah, because like every song was on your like must listen to playlist.
Yeah, like my top 10 Disney songs were all featured.
So as popular as this event was and still is, I guess it's still going on, correct?
No,
Is
it was one night only.
Oh, it was one night only?
One night
I would say it
only.
was another one. Do you think they bring it over to the States at any point?
I don't know. I think this may be Paris exclusive because from what I was reading in the press releases when they first announced this, it seems like this is the inaugural FanDaze party, and there'll be other FanDaze type themed parties at Paris in the future. So I don't know if this is something that's coming.
I mean, I know we had something similar, say something like with the villains, breakout
Yeah.
thing or whatever
Right.
it was. But
Uh-huh.
So
yeah.
I feel like with the villains, when they had that event over here, it was popular, but it didn't do as well as Disney hoped. So
It was a mess.
it was an absolute mess. They didn't.
They oversold it.
Yeah, they did not do
Oh,
a good job
right.
organizing it. But so Disney World corporate and all that, I feel like they don't really care about rare characters and about what fans want because we are the tourist destination. Like Disneyland is for, locals. Disneyland Paris is for fans.
Team
and then,
Disney Orlando knows that the tourists just want to see what they're familiar with.
Exactly.
They don't care about anything
like,
else.
we're the staple attractions. We're the mountains. We're the Jungle Cruise, the Small World, that kind of thing. But I feel like they will never, ever, ever stop a park's operation just to do this kind of events.
Like you could tell they called it FanDaze for a reason. This was made for the fans.
Yes,
in
everybody
mind.
was bounding and cosplaying. It was incredible.
It
That's
was
lit.
seriously the best Disney event I've been to, and I'm even putting in the Halloween Christmas parties
Yes.
on this.
It
The
topped
best Disney
Halloween.
event.
Okay, it topped Pirate and Princess parties for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys.
That's how good this thing was. And it was a 6-hour event versus an every other day event.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
we were. I felt very much like this was worth every cent that both Matt and I paid for
Yeah,
this.
I was walking on cloud 9 the entire way back to the hotel.
Yeah.
That was how good this place was.
So, you going again next year?
If they do another one, I'd love to try to go.
Oh, man. That's how good it is.
Yeah.
Overseas flight.
I mean,
And-
it gives me a reason to go back to Disneyland Paris and do things I didn't get to do, like Phantom Manor.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Banks does not like airplanes at all. So
But I paid for the extra legroom, which I highly recommend. If you're flying overseas, get that extra legroom. I don't care if it's $100 extra. Get that extra legroom because it is worth it.
yes, it is.
I'm short, so it doesn't matter.
I almost did it just coming from California. So, yeah.
I
know
will
all
say
about that.
the best thing is the day that we flew back here to America, we were flying with American Airlines, and I got the main cabin extra seats. They announced that main cabin extra now gets free beer and wine.
What?
So I was like,
You're lying.
We didn't take advantage of it, unfortunately, though. So
but it was offered.
Interesting.
Extra leg room. We recommend if you go overseas, extra leg
Have a
room.
mimosa on us.
But of course, the other thing we're going to be talking about this week, E3 happened.
E3 did happen.
It's actually still happening, but the big conferences happened.
The big conferences did happen.
I don't know if you guys heard it all last week. We did some predictions about what we thought.
Yes, I heard it.
We'll talk about that, once we get there. But I don't think I did so well. Do you think you did good at all? No.
I think I got like less than a point.
All right, so then we went over the main three. We went let's see, Xbox, PlayStation, and then Nintendo. So Xbox's was Sunday night, correct?
Sunday night, yes.
Sunday night. So we'll go back and forth, and I'll talk about a couple different things. You can talk about a couple different things, and see what goes on, from there, or whatever.
Heard.
Of course, Sidney, I know you're not a huge video game person, but maybe you
I
can
play
put
the
your 2
Pokemon
cents.
games.
Well, there's some Pokemon
There's
stuff.
some Pokemon.
Yeah. It's not until Nintendo. But
Pokemon.
Yeah. So Xbox, they started off their presser with some Master Chief, some Halo.
Yeah, it was like a tease. It was but I'm excited. They said it's gonna be a Master Chief story.
So it's weird because it looks like you're on another Halo. You got weird rhinos that aren't rhinos.
Mm-hmm.
They have like 2 horns or something. What do you think about the look of it? Do you think?
That was like a CGI trailer, so I can't really say until I see gameplay.
Master Chief looked like he went on a diet.
He did, but he's the Master Chief, so he can go on any diet. I'd be like,
The
ooh,
only
Master
thing I
Chief.
know about Master Chief is from Red vs. Blue. That's it.
What a great show that was. It's still going on, by the way. They're on
Is it
season.
really?
They're on season 18.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's still going on. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how Rooster Teeth pays that bill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they got that anime too.
Yeah, and
That's
Fun,
a- that's a big
Funhouse
deal.
and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. The next one was Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I didn't play the first one.
Neither did I, because I heard it was extremely hard.
So
I said-
it was Blind Forest, correct?
Blind Forest. Yeah.
It's beautiful. My kids played it. I don't know if they ever beat it. Probably not because of how hard it was.
I'm
But
sure Gavin probably did. But it was just like, it's not Fortnite. Ah.
yeah. Let's see. The next one was it? How do they say it? Sekiro? Is that what they were saying it?
Something like that.
Shadows Die Twice is from Soft, so it's the same guys who made Bloodborne.
I probably won't play it. That's just not my cup of tea.
Bethesda came out really quick and showed a quick little teaser for Fallout, but they showed more of it later that night on Bethesda's actual stream. We don't have a Bethesda thing going on here, but we'll talk about it now. It came out and they said that it is.
It's not an MMO, but it's like a multiplayer game where the NPCs are you. So I think that's really cool.
They said so this whole land is 4 times bigger. 4 times bigger than Fallout 4.
Which was 4 out of 4 is ridiculous.
How long did they say it took you to walk from map to map? It was like something like 6 hours or something like that if you just walk from like one point to the other. So this one is going to be 4 times larger than that. Wow. And not only that, but like, it is an MMO, but it's not. They said on in one particular map, there won't be hundreds upon hundreds of people.
Yeah.
It'll be dozens. So, we could all be in the same world, but like not even see each other for,
Yeah.
Who
knows how long.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
But they say you can do it. I think you have to like group up or something like that in order to be on the same server.
I am very worried about this because I was very excited about it first because I'm a huge Fallout fan. But with multiplayer means there's not going to be any VATS. And if you don't know what VATS is, it's like when you're playing Fallout, you basically hit your VATS button, it slows down everything, and you target what you're wanting to to shoot at, whether it be an arm or a leg or head or whatever. With multiplayer, you're not going to be able to do that. There's not going to be any slowing time down or whatever. And Fallout has never been the great shooter. So
But I do like how you have the element of like how you can like team up with people to find nuclear codes.
Oh
and destroy.
Yeah, there's like 4 different bases on this this map where it actually has like nukes, for lack of a better term, and just launch them off and just destroy whatever and anything. I'm like, oh, that does
cool.
seem kind of fun.
Even other people's settlements.
Yeah.
What's the significance of the title? Why did they skip Fallout 5 to 75?
So Fallout 76 is actually the number of the vault that was actually like the first vault was supposed to open. So after
after the is it how many years is they say 5 years?
20.
20? Okay.
Yeah, 20 years after like the actual bomb explodes is when this vault was supposed to open. So it's not Fallout number 76.
Right.
It's the vault that's opening up
Yeah.
at 76.
And-
Like this one, like there's like no civilization to anything. Like
Oh,
they
that's
actually
right.
showed like a sloth, and this thing is like
Oh, yeah, it's
18
the
feet
giant
tall.
sloth.
It looks ridiculous. It actually takes place in the hills of West Virginia. And like they're showing like bugs that are like giant, and
Yeah.
the sloth thing was the craziest looking thing. But yeah, it
That
looks
sloth,
cool.
yo.
I don't know if I'm gonna play it yet. I
You'll
want
play it.
to, but
He'll
the problem
play
is it comes out right around the same time as Red Dead. So
I'll play it.
yeah, I'm probably not. I'm probably really not going to. Yeah. So,
And it is confirmed to be a prequel, by the way. So
yeah.
nothing,
So yeah.
nothing, no crazy diehard Fallout story. I don't think will be part of it in
Die
terms
Hard?
of like with the series itself, like doing like 3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the next one they announced was Captain Spirit. It's the same guys who made Life is Strange. It's a free game. It's
free.
So free. It's actually be coming out at the end of the month on June 26th. Cute little story about a kid and his father. I guess the mother, I don't know if she passed or if she just left or whatever, but it's a kid like, thinking that he has superpowers. So he's like blowing up his snowman with, fireworks and, jumping off of this and that or whatever. It looks really cute. I'll play it. I'll play it.
And it's free.
Yeah, free. Next up, Deeds, what do you got?
Crackdown 3 featuring Terry Crews.
So I was wrong about this one.
Oh man,
I didn't think they'd talk about Crackdown whatsoever.
I didn't think so either. But man, I don't like the Crackdown games, but I want this one. Terry Crews is going to yell constantly. Oh boy!
That's all the trailer was. It was basically just Terry Crews screaming. That's all it was.
And it was amazing.
Oh Lord.
I just love Terry Crews in general.
Yeah.
So.
What's
Yeah,
not to love
same.
about the guy? Yeah.
Same. And then Nier Automata got announced to be part of the Xbox One, which I'm very happy for now because I can get it for my Xbox One X.
Yeah, I never played it, so I may have to try it now since
Yeah.
it's like the Ultimate Edition or whatever it is.
Yeah,
so.
with all the DLC and stuff like that.
Heard it's really hard. Was that true, or am I thinking of Neo?
You're thinking of Neo.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Metro Exodus is going to come out.
It looks crazy.
It looks crazy scary.
That's the one with the zombie bear that showed from last year.
Zombie bear.
But I never actually played any of the other Metro games, but this looks really great. I mean, the graphics, the design,
so good.
it looks insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Like I may have to play the rest because I think they were free on Xbox Live for a few months ago.
Yeah, if not, I'm sure you can probably find them for like $5. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to probably play that before the game comes out. Kingdom Hearts 3 got shown the Frozen level.
Yeah, so the night before is actually when it was announced that it's actually coming out in February. February 22nd, right?
Same day as Days Gone.
Yeah. In a very square way, they announced that it's coming out at Kingdom Hearts Orchestra at 2:30 in the morning. So yeah, it was very square. The trailer looks cool though. I'm actually happy that Frozen's in it.
Yeah, and then they showed Tangled. I was very happy about that.
Well, they'll show more, but that's not until the PlayStation conference.
See, other than Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts is the only other video game I've ever really played.
Really?
But
Just because of the Disney thing?
well, yeah. I mean, first of all, Disney. Second
Yeah.
of all,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
characters.
like, Didi, you give a lot of crap to Kingdom Hearts because nobody ever knows what's going on. But
Terrible
like a lot
narrative.
of people, we play it just
'cause
basically for
the
the Disney
Disney.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love it for the Disney stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't like to admit that they don't play it for the Disney. So they say, "Oh, it's a great story," and I go, "Can you tell me what's going on?"
No.
Who's Roxas?
Yeah,
Who's the agency or what was it?
The
organization.
Yeah, organization.
see, even I don't even know any of the story. I just play for the Disney stuff.
I've only ever played Chain of Memories, so
What's the difference between Xemnas and Xenoheart? Huh? I'm even confusing myself.
See, I don't even know. I don't know any of the characters' names. Sea of Thieves announced the new expansions. Yep. Battlefield 5 is dropped the story trailer, and then they did announce it's going to be a battle royale mode.
Yeah, so PUBG / Fortnite,
and,
they're all getting on the hype.
Forza Horizon 4, don't care.
I wish I liked driving games. The game is beautiful.
It is.
And then they even started like letting leaves fall from the sky and whatnot. As they're talking about like the seasons change while you're playing with everybody. And I wish I liked driving games. I really
Same.
did.
I
even tried doing the Forza one where it had Fast and Furious involved.
Oh, that's right.
I couldn't get into that either.
We got spoiled at the arcades growing up. We did. We had in
Cruising
case you kids didn't
USA.
know, we had driving machines. Banks.
We actually had to
Sidney,
go
remember? We
to
had
the actual
driving-
arcade. And
To actually-
actually, yeah, you guys remember?
remember the-
No,
remember
but
those?
I'm telling the kids at home.
We're telling the kids at home.
Not that old.
I used to go to arcade all the time. I was the DDR
Not that
champion.
young.
Oh! All right.
Do you guys even remember what DDR is out there? I don't think so.
Banks, I really want to see you play some DDR now.
It's been years.
I
I had the home edition Disney DDR.
Oh God.
Same.
You line your quarters up to take.
Yes. Yep. See,
I miss the arcade.
me too, man. I miss human interaction.
Here was oh my God. Here was like one of the get hype moments of Xbox.
Guys, this is the get hype moment. They acquired 5 new game studios.
I couldn't believe it.
Huge.
The biggest
deal.
one that I thought, of course, was Ninja Theory.
Oh, massive.
So Ninja Theory is the guys who brought Hellblade to PS4, last year, and then Xbox this year. Seriously, one of my top games of 2017. I absolutely love this game. It dealt with schizophrenia, basically.
Schizophrenia.
This it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful game. Design, the gameplay, the
sound
story.
engineering.
Yeah. So you actually put on headphones, and the way that they designed it, you seem like you have voices in your head. Like
That's so
you
cool.
put on like these Dolby headphones or whatever, and it's whispering to you. And when you're whispering, it feels like somebody's behind you this way or over here. But it's really cool because like there's some points where like you're battling in darkness, and you have to listen to the quote voices in your head in order to find out when someone's attacking you, when you should attack. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
So what happens if you have actual schizophrenia?
Man, I don't want to be playing this game. I'm going to want to fall asleep while playing this game
Like-
and then have like some sequential nightmares of voices in my head.
Didi and I both said last year that we could only play it for so long because your heart feels heavy. Like it was putting so much like pressure on me, like emotion wise, or like I can't. Like this is, as Doc would say, or Marty would say, this is heavy, and it was too much. But yeah, it was so good.
I don't play video games, but I kind of want to play this one. It sounds fun.
There's actually some games like that you would probably get a kick out of, like that, or even like a
the narrative gives like
like Gone Home or Firewatch or something. They call them walking simulators, but there's like huge stories to them. Like Gone Home may be one of my favorite games of ever.
so good.
Like you think it's a scary movie type game, and it's not whatsoever. It's it brings
Oh
you.
man, that ending was wild.
I want to cry like a baby right now,
Man.
just thinking about it. But good on Xbox for acquiring all these awesome studios, because I want to see more and more and more come to that Xbox.
They need it. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds gets a big boost from Xbox. A new map is out now.
And War Mode.
They
They
didn't
didn't really say what it was unless I missed it, but
I didn't really get that either. And then they announced the new Vietnam map coming out in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Tales of Vesperia got announced, the definitive edition, so all the DLC and all that other garbage. And The Division 2 got announced on the Xbox stage. It looks like they totally overdid it. What do you call it when you revamp it? They revamped it, and you're in Washington D.C. and it's more about the human element.
There's actually like another
genre.
civil war going on
Yeah.
in this game.
is
So
nuts.
it's like, in the last one, it was all about this sickness that was happening, this disease or whatever. Now the disease has passed, and now it's all about a new civil war that's happening. And there's actually one point in the demo where you're actually fighting on Air Force One. It was pretty cool looking.
It's really cool.
I may have to get into this one.
I may.
And speaking of which, it helps you to get into that second one
Because Xbox Game Pass are getting new titles now with in terms of like on launch day, and they're getting Master Chief Collection, After Party, Phoenix Point, and they're going to get Forza Horizon 4 and Crackdown 3 on launch day. Plus, also The Division, Elder Scrolls Online, and Fallout 4 are on Game Pass right now.
And if you don't have Game Pass, Amazon and Best Buy are offering them $30 for 6 months, which is like half the
crazy.
price.
Yeah.
So I actually have it in my cart ready to go that I just haven't actually clicked the button yet. But
Heard
I think
that.
I may, just to go play The Division.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then you got some ID at Xbox, which is a lot of their like smaller indie titles.
Oh, okay.
Looks like they're trying to get back into that, because that's where I played a lot of my indie titles was on the Xbox 360.
Oh, that's right.
And you got that Summer of Arcade stuff going on. Shadow of Tomb Raider debuted, some gameplay footage. I want to play it, but I just worry that it's coming out same day as was it Red Dead? No, not Red Dead.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Wait,
Yeah.
is this a typo? It says September 2019?
Yeah, it's a typo. Yeah, it's actually
Typo.
18.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was
yeah.
with wow, a year and a half.
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Spider-Man.
And then Session. It's a new game from this. I think it's what studio was it? I can't remember exactly which one. Anyway, it looks like Skate. So a lot of people, if you were into like Skate or even Tony Hawk, this looks like a cool game for you. Yeah, it's some cool music on there too. Let's see here.
This is a lot of news for Xbox.
This is just Xbox brought it. It was crazy. Beginning of the show, they even said like we're bringing you 50 games, 18 exclusives, and they delivered. Like I think they straight up delivered.
Yeah, Black Desert Online.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was.
I know some people are into it. Nero is back in Devil May Cry 5. Got officially announced.
I could not believe that they announced Devil May Cry 5 on the Xbox stage.
I was gonna say, it's not gonna be an exclusive, is it?
They didn't say that, so yeah, I would think not. But
And huge news: Cuphead's getting DLC. Woo! Man, some people are excited about this one.
I'm so excited.
The delicious last course.
So the game is incredibly hard. But you guys would have really appreciate this. I think I talked to you about it before,
And
Banks,
I've seen
where
it
it
as
looks
some-
like silly symphonies.
You
It's
know, you
hand-drawn
like it, Banks.
artwork.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but it's so brutally hard. Oh God, it's so hard.
But now they have a simple mode, so
yeah.
if you want,
but you feel like you're cheaping out on
yeah,
it.
that's why I never did it. I was like, oh man.
But just look at gameplay for Cuphead, and you'll fall in love just watching it. It's straight up silly symphonies.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm all for hand-drawn animation
Yeah,
on anything.
it's beautiful.
That's why it took
absolutely beautiful.
I think that's why it took like 6 or 7 years to do the
Yeah,
game.
it took forever. Yeah,
Tunic, which is basically a Zelda-ish type game,
with a cute little fox.
Oh, he's so cute. There's a fox.
and Jump Force.
Yeah, this is your crazy anime game.
Man, basically like any Shonen Jump and Dragon Ball Z type of animes.
And they showed Ryuk from Death Note at the end.
Ryuk and Light from Death Note at the end, and I'm like
Naruto.
yeah,
So this is like
Naruto
a
and
anime
Luffy.
Super Smash Brothers type thing.
We don't know. We don't. The gameplay kind of looked like Pokken, which is on the Switch. It's like the Pokemon fighting game or whatever. That's how it looked, but they never really showed any true gameplay footage. It was really just a lot of the CG sequences. Okay. So nobody really knows what it looks like.
Dying Light 2 got confirmed with lots of parkour. I love the first Dying Light.
Yeah, I actually just picked it up recently.
Really?
It was on sale for $10.
So good.
Yeah.
Same people who did Dead Island. And
Yeah.
I love Dead Island.
Yeah.
I spent too much time on that game. That Battletoads makes a comeback.
Battletoads. Come on, Battletoads.
Oh my God, Battletoads.
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 And just like
what
Sidney
is
was
the
talking about
game?
earlier, it's all hand-drawn animation.
Oh my God, I remember playing Battletoads on Super Nintendo.
The Super
Yep.
Battle.
Was there a
yeah.
crossover there with
with
the-
Double Dragon.
That's it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember playing that.
Is that the one that's on the SNES Mini? I know there is a Battletoads one on there, isn't there?
I think it's the original, but not the original.
Is it Super Battletoads that's on
It
there?
is Super Battletoads.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm so lost.
Yeah. Oh, Battletoads was another
Oh
like
my
it was
God,
like a
that's a
beat 'em up
blast from the
game, but
past.
that was another one that was really
Morphin
hard.
hands and the mace.
But on the trailer they actually just showed the sled just crashing into the wall, and that's what was like, hey, we're coming back. I'm like, oh my God, it's Battletoads.
Yeah, so stoked. I'm sure that's gonna be a arcade title.
Yeah.
Just Cause 4 got announced also. So I mean, who really plays for the story? And Gears of War is back with Gears 5.
But in a twist. So they showed the logo first with Gears of War, and all of a sudden, the chainsaw's coming through the wall, the logo falls down, and they announced that it's a Funko Pop game coming to phones. What? I mean, I'm definitely gonna check it out just because I love Gears of War, and pops are cute, so I'm gonna check it out.
And then the RTS game too.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I forbid you from downloading this. You already have too many Funko things.
Okay.
And then, of course, Gears of War 5 itself. What was really cool, though, is that Kate, the character from 4, she's actually going to be the lead protagonist in this game.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool because I liked her. Cyberpunk 2077 got announced.
Oh, my God.
Which was really, really cool.
So think Total Recall meets,
Meets Fifth Element, meets...
What was the Harrison Ford? Oh my God.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. They don't show exactly what the gameplay looks like, but it almost kind of looks like a Grand Theft Auto type deal. So if it's all that meets Grand Theft Auto, I'm sold.
Meets The Witcher, I am very happy.
Sold.
Yes. PlayStation.
Last night, we went to Waterford Lakes, the theater up there. We had the special theater viewing of the PlayStation conference. It was very cool.
Yeah.
Got some posters, got some pins and some cool little codes. So thank you for PlayStation for that.
Thank you, PlayStation.
They opened the show in the weirdest way possible. It's usually when you're watching these E3 conferences, they're in these huge auditoriums, massive auditoriums. They open it up and they're in like a tent that's kind of like rigged to look like a church. They actually have pews in the front and they have like the whole little staging area or whatever. And Didi and I are looking at each other like, what the hell is going on? This is so weird. So then you have Sean Layden come out. He's the president of Worldwide Studios, and he's like, I have my distinct honor and my distinct privilege of welcoming Gustavo. I can't think of it. I knew exactly who it was. He does the music for my favorite game of all time, The Last of Us. I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. So he comes out and he plays music for a while, whatever. And that's when they shoot to the actual CG sequence of this trailer for Last of Us 2 that takes place in the church/tent that they actually have set up in real life. It was the weirdest, wildest looking thing ever. So you went from the real church into like the CG version of it with these characters, and I'm like, okay, that's actually pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie, this is awesome.
Yes, really.
But they go this whole trailer. If you haven't watched it yet, go on YouTube and look at it because it's absolutely beautiful. I will tell you, if you have a weak stomach, maybe not watch it. It's probably the most. I think I put on Twitter. It's the most emotional, beautiful, brutal trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I cannot wait for it. I'm in love. Ellie looks amazing. I cannot wait for this game. The only thing that made me mad, no date.
No date. But they showed gameplay. That to me is everything. And the gameplay looks seamlessly fluid in 4K. It looks
the best looking game I've ever seen.
Best looking 4K game. Well, for what the PS Pro can do,
Yeah,
I think it's gonna like really push it. So I'm really excited about that. Like it looks so good. Like Ellie and like the damn, what do you call it? Plants. Oh my god.
She's hiding in the tall trees or tall grass. Yeah.
Oh, it's brutal. But anyway, God of War is getting a new Game Plus, PS Plus also today until next month. July something. You get Black Ops 3 for free.
If you're PS Plus member.
PS Plus only. So if you want to pay the $10 to get Black Ops 3, do it. Destiny 2, they did a Forsaken trailer for the Forsaken Destiny 2 Year 2, and they killed Cade.
No! Who was Nathan Fillion's character.
I love him.
Yeah.
But
they killed him. They kill him.
They killed him
I'm
off.
really hoping they figure out some way to bring him back because he did kind of die in 2 too, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, but I was talking to some part of my Destiny clan today, and their thing. There's this part in the reef where you can actually bring people back, and that is Uldred, by the way. That is
the guy who I thought
that is her brother,
like the brother of the queen from the first game.
That is her brother.
Yeah, I remember some stuff.
Ghost of Tsushima, looks great.
It's set in feudal Japan.
Yeah,
it's beautiful,
but it seems like they want to take out the Mongols because they've taken over, and it looked cool.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for. The gameplay looked great, so I'm pretty stoked for it.
I'm not sold yet.
Not sold.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try it myself first. It looks cool, but just I don't know yet.
That's true. Control got announced also by Remedy, my favorite gaming studio. That's not Rockstar, and it looks like Quantum Break, but I'm sure this is going to be like a really much better story. Resident Evil 2 remake got announced also.
Right. So it's really funny. We're watching this last night, during the conference or whatever.
Yep.
And have you watched the trailer yet, Banks?
Yes, I have.
So you're in the point of view of like a rat or whatever in the very
there's
beginning.
2 trailers. I saw another one that showed a lot more.
Yeah, there's one that came out today.
I did not see this.
The gameplay. They showed gameplay today. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it after the show.
Yeah.
So we're the other one with the rat or whatever. It started, and I'm watching. I'm just like, man, what is this? This is so weird. Like, this is a VR game of you and a rat. And like, I don't want to play this. This is stupid. And then they show that original PlayStation, and Didi's like right next to me, like, oh my god, it's Resident Evil. It's Resident Evil. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, there's original PlayStation. And that's when you start to hear Leon and the guy start to like wrestle around or whatever. I'm like, this is totally it. And that's when you see the raccoon police department, logo. We lost our mind. We started doing backflips and in the theater or whatever. Yes. I cannot wait for this. I know a lot of people can't. They don't like the look of the faces for Claire and for Leon. I'm fine with it. I'm
fine
very
with it.
excited.
And this is obviously Resident Evil 2 takes place a lot further in the past than more recent games. So of course, they look like a little younger, a little different than they would in like 4 or 6 or other games like that. But I love the Resident Evil series. I've been a huge fan of this.
Really?
Oh, I've been a huge Resident Evil fan since I
Wow.
was
Okay.
younger. So I'm very much excited for Resident Evil 2. The Mr. X looks frightening in like this new.
I didn't see him.
There's like a quick shot of Mr. X. I
Really?
think in the new trailer.
Really?
Yeah, and like, oh,
Interesting.
oh man, like
You need to introduce me to this because I don't know anything about.
you wouldn't like it. It's a zombie.
It's a zombies.
I don't mind zombie things. I just don't like Walking Dead.
But yeah, I'm very much very
Did they show like how the gameplay is going to be? Is it going to be tank
It
control
looks like
still?
it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be Resident Evil 4 type.
It's
gameplay.
good. Yeah.
So not as tank control, but at least you can move
Over
back and
the
forth.
shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But
I can deal with that.
This makes me beyond hope that maybe now in the future we'll get a Resident Evil 3 remake, so that now we have beautiful graphics for the entire series. Nemesis.
Ooh, that is the most anxiety-ridden game I've ever played.
Right? You're walking down a random alley, and then all of a sudden you turn the corner. Boom! There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Or if you check the cameras, you see him walking down the hall.
I really want Banks to play 7 now.
I have not played 7 yet.
In VR? No, don't do it in VR.
I'm not going to do it in VR. I'm with you. I'm not doing that.
All right. So next up, you had the Rick and Morty guys. Trover saves the universe. Yeah, I know, whatever. It's funny because I like Rick and Morty, but I don't get all the hype for all this stuff.
Too
I
much.
still haven't seen Rick and Morty.
It's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's really funny. It's too much. It's way too much. So the past few weeks, past couple years, as long as I've known Didi, he's always crapped on Kingdom Hearts. He always talks about how it's so overrated. You don't understand anything. What the heck is this? He's also talked crap about Pirates 3 at World's End because you don't understand what's going on. Blah blah blah. So this trailer happens last night for Kingdom Hearts 3. And you see the start of it. It's Sora, with his pirate costume on. He's on a raft, and he's like, "Oh, I always liked being a pirate. I just wish I had a bigger boat." All of a sudden, here comes the boat down the big old thing of sand from At World's End. You see Captain Jack. You see Keira Knightley. You see the whole entire gang.
They look on point.
Really?
Yeah, they look amazing.
Bro.
Didi lost his mind for this. And he's like, "Yep, I'm getting it. I'm getting it right now. I'm getting it." It was so funny because he doesn't like the movie. He never liked Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, he was sold on both of them. I was laughing so hard at it.
And then
I don't think it is.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I don't think
You
it's
don't
Johnny
think so?
Depp. I listened to it again,
No,
and I don't think it is.
I don't think Johnny Depp does the voice acting for a lot of the game
I think,
things.
if I'm not mistaken, I think James Arnold Taylor is the one that does
Yes,
Captain
it is.
Jack.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
Johnny Depp does.
Yeah, because I seen his shows when he used to do it at Star Wars Weekends,
Yeah.
and used to.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so I wonder if it is.
because I was always wondering because I know that they have to get Johnny Depp's permission to use Captain Jack. So I was wondering if that.
I'm
was
sure he
the
got
same
his
guy.
permission, but it's probably not his. It's probably James Arnold Taylor doing the voice.
Yeah, it looks crazy though. I really can't wait for it. I'm gonna have to beat 2 before it comes out. Of course, then it's gonna be January.
That combat looked nasty though.
It's longer than what we hoped, but
And then they did announce
February.
they're going to do an ultimate bundle, but it's going to be $99. You can
you can probably get it cheaper, separately anyway. So
Black Friday.
yeah.
And then Death Stranding finally shows off gameplay. Yep. That's
So that's the new Kojima game, Metal Gear Solid. No one really knows what's going on. Norman Reedus is in it, but I still can't wait to play it.
it looks like a lot of watching and ghost busting. It looks
Yeah,
I feel like I see. Like, wasn't there a game that was supposed to star Norman Reedus that got canceled?
PT. So it was the same guy who was creating this one, but he got let go from their the studio. So that game was never going to be made.
supposed to be
I thought it
Silent
was
Hill.
a.
That was a scary game. It was supposed to be
No,
Silent
it was-
Hills.
Silent Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was PT, and then once you beat the demo, is when it was revealed that hey, this is going to be Silent Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, all that happened with Konami, and yeah, now he's his own studio.
Stupid Konami. Idiots, man. Idiots. Neo 2 got announced.
Cool. Yeah, if you're into that, cool, awesome.
Then Marvel Spider-Man, they showed some amazing footage.
It looks absolutely redonkulous. They basically show the Sinister Five,
I guess.
and then someone is over top of him after he beats down Spider-Man, or after they beat down Spider-Man. And it's really weird because this really big bright light goes on top of him, and it seems like it's the boss of these 5 guys or whatever. And Peter just goes, you? And like, oh, it's Iron Man. He's tired of putting up with his crap. He's killing him or whatever. But everybody's trying to figure out who it is. Doc Ock was never shown, so everybody really thinks it's going to be Doc. But it looks absolutely crazy.
It looks cool. And then I don't know how to say it. Deracine?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, another
and the
PS4.
VR game. It was so funny. We were in the theater. From Software pops up. And we're like, yeah! It's just like PlayStation VR. Oh,
Yeah, everybody's like, oh no, we don't want that
Okay.
now. We don't want that.
Real quick, I forgot to ask for the Resident Evil 2. Why aren't they being nice with Nintendo? I mean, I know they have Resident Evil Revelations on the Switch. Why
Processing
can't
power.
we... Really?
Yeah, just like Resident Evil 7 is actually coming to the Switch, but it's only a streaming version. So like you have to be connected to the internet in order to play it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't remember when they said it's coming out, but they
I
said
just
it's
miss because Resident Evil 4 was at first Nintendo exclusive. I miss. It seems like the Resident Evil series jumps between game systems a lot.
yeah.
Most of it's because of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like with this one, it's probably going to be processing power. Because we were talking about the other day with all the Bethesda stuff. They have Skyrim over there. They have Doom. They have what's the other one? That's Wolfenstein's coming. But just graphically, it just doesn't match up with what they're doing. So I think if Capcom, they only put out so many games now anyway, that if they were going to put out something like that, they're probably only going to cater to the big two because of the processing power.
Ah, darn.
I mean, it'd be
I
cool
guess
to
I'm
see
coming
it.
over to your house to play it.
I mean, like I said, it'd be cool to see. I mean, maybe they do change something since the 7 is coming over, but of course, like I said, it's just the streaming version. But who's to say that they figure out some way to do it?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Well, if you do go over to his house, me and the kids will play with his kids. So
Sounds good.
And then Nintendo
was today.
was today.
Yeah,
Dyna-
I actually didn't watch this other than the last bit.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was watching at work. I had my friend like ring me in when there's something they announce something. So Demon X Machina, it's like a mech game.
Okay, like a Mech Warrior type.
Yeah,
deal?
like Armored Core basically.
Okay, cool.
So it looked pretty neat.
Cool.
And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC came out. If you're into that, cool.
The JRPG, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Pokemon Let's Go.
Yes.
Basically, they announced if you get a Pokeball,
Very, very strange.
you get Mew for free.
I want.
Oh, that
Mew.
Pokeball Plus.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this Pokeball Plus thing?
Remember in the trailer the Pokeball you can use to
Oh, the one
throw?
that actually looks like a.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
you
If
walk
you get
with it.
that, you get a Mew.
I'm perfectly okay with that because Mew is in my top.
But
five.
but it's very strange. Like arguably one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, and you get them for free with a controller. I mean,
Yeah.
granted,
Maybe,
I ordered
maybe
it.
you're not able to use him until you're a certain level in the game. Like
Okay, yeah,
or
I
you've
could like
beaten,
that. Yeah.
You've gotten all 8 gems, maybe you've beaten the
Yeah.
Elite Four once, then you can use Mew.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I can see
Maybe.
that. I actually did order today because they did like a bundle for Best Buy. If you get the game and the Pokeball together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like
I saw
okay.
that was $100.
Yeah, $100. Yeah, so I don't think you spend any more or it's any less or whatever. But it's like all right, it's just
It's
easier for me
it's
that
bundled
way.
together,
Yeah.
exactly.
This
Yeah.
is the Eevee and Pikachu games, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
The reason you're now happy I have a Switch.
Because that's the thing. It's basically just yellow or red or blue or whatever it is from back in the day.
Yeah.
Just with Pokemon Go elements. That
I'm
you're throwing
more
at
than
people.
okay with
Yeah.
that.
Man, it
I,
seems like
I saw a
yeah.
screenshot today looking inside Pure 2 Gym, what it looks like in that element. You see Brock up there.
So
you
they
see
do
the
have
two-
gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are gyms. It's just you're not. I don't think you're fighting the Pokemon to catch them. That's the only thing that I think is different. Like you still fight battles or whatever, but you're just not
It's just
like
basically for
you're
EXP.
not. Yeah, you're not wearing the Rattata down before you throw your Pokeball.
Heard that. Okay.
Cool.
They announced Super Mario Party.
All right. Is this? I'm assuming it's Mario Party, but a new version, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like overhaul.
I did see a piece of this where like they're putting like the Switch, like the actual screens together to do certain games and whatnot.
Yeah, it looked like that. Yeah.
I'm very curious about this.
So it's gonna be. Oh, I'm.
I love
stoked.
Mario Party games, so
Bro. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, because it says here the focus is still on 4-player antics, but this time around you can play some games across multiple Switch screens if you've got them handy. And it drops October 5th, so not too
Yeah,
far
not
away.
too
So
far. Nope.
I'll
Yeah.
come over with mine,
Yeah.
and we can have a Super
Big old
Mario
Party.
I
Heck
might
yeah.
need
We-
to invest in a Pokemon Switch.
I'll put you
Or
in
in
a
a
Nintendo.
Nintendo Switch for Pokemon and for Super Mario
That way
Party.
we can both play. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Because I really enjoy those mini games. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we used to have Mario Party parties over at the house all the time. So
love
yeah,
the-
yeah.
I can't wait. I'm so stoked.
That'd be great.
Fire Emblem is coming to the Switch. 3 Houses. It looks like it seems like a brand new game.
Yeah, spring though, right?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were hoping for this winter or whatever. But
Yeah, but they said spring. Fortnite is on the Switch right now. I asked
Now.
for it for free. Now, download it if you like Looney Tunes.
my kids are already playing it, so
Really?
they're excited about it. Well, Didi likes to crap on Fortnite because we played PUBG at first, and then Fortnite copied exactly what Fortnite or PUBG is, and it's
ramps and
it's super cartoony, and so he calls it Sesame Street, Muppet Babies, Looney Tunes.
Okay, so basically kid shows.
Yeah.
Got it.
But it's a free download, so I might as well just go.
It's free.
home and
Yeah,
download
I-
it
it's free.
now.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have it for both Xbox One anyway.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna try it out.
I've never played on any console
I
before.
keep hearing so much about Fortnite, about how like this one girl was sent to a therapist because she was spending so many hours playing Fortnite. Like she was.
That's
peeing
bad
while-
parenting. That's what it is.
It's just there's just a big learning curve of the building. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Overcooked 2 got announced, which is awesome. My sister loves the first Overcooked, so I'm really
Lot of
stoked for
fun.
that. And arcade, the most popular arcade title in the last, I don't know, probably 10 years is coming to the Switch, Killer Queen Black. I've never played it,
Yeah.
but everyone is
Yeah,
stupid
the
stoked
guys that
about
we
it.
listen to on Kind of Funny is all about it. They're
They're
super hyped about it.
mega.
I've never played it. I've never even seen a cabinet before. I want to try it.
Yeah,
So.
I'm sure they have it at Dave & Buster's, I'm sure.
Take a shot. Mike mentioned Kind of Funny on the podcast.
Hollow Knight is now on the Switch. I don't know what that is exactly.
Metroidvania, that's all I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Octopath Traveler has a free demo again. So this is
Yeah,
like the
second one. But I think your save carries over to the new game. Or
Oh,
to
really?
the regular game or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it says it here. So the demo starting July 14th will carry over save data should you decide to purchase the full game. Yeah.
Everyone's excited about this game though. It's the first Square
Because everybody thought it was a
Traditional
Final
RPG.
Fantasy game.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not.
Nope. I'm still Octopath Traveler.
And another hand-drawn game. They showed a reel showing off a bunch of new Nintendo Switch indie games, which everyone's excited about, and a bunch of third-party titles that's going to be coming over. Which
But of course, you got Monster Hunter, you got Crash, you got FIFA, Dark Souls, Wolfenstein,
Yep.
Mega Man,
Splatoon 2 expansion, which
Tennis next month, or actually
Mario
end of this
Tennis
month.
Aces. Wow,
Yeah,
man, let's go!
and of course,
The big news that everyone is all
Yes.
about: Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and at launch, it's going to have 64 fighters.
Oh my goodness!
every
At
single
launch.
character that's ever been in a game
DLC.
is on this. DLC, regular characters, whatever.
Hidden,
They
yeah.
said the cool thing I actually really do like about it. You only start off with 8. They said you're going to start off just like what you did on the N64, but you're going to be unlocking them based off of different criteria or whatever. So all right, so you're going to have a lot of fun trying to unlock all of these
Yeah.
characters. Yeah,
And then they announced Ripley as the 65th new character
from Metroid. Yeah,
from Metroid. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So 65 characters.
They said a lot of the old stages are coming back, but
Yeah.
the crazy thing to me is like the people that aren't Nintendo characters that are still coming back. So you have Cloud coming back
Yep.
from Final Fantasy,
Which everyone is crazy
Yeah.
about.
Solid Snake.
Solid Snake,
from
10 years
yeah.
from the
and
GameCube
David
version.
Hayter's doing the voice. He
Yes!
came out and said it today.
Yep.
Pac-Man, Sonic, all these people that aren't Nintendo characters, they were still able to get on this roster.
So now everyone's wondering how many DLC characters they're going to be. Oh, man. That's wild to me. And they revamped basically a bunch of the Super Smash moves and a bunch of the move sets, and they put a lot of attention to detail in this game. So
Yeah.
this is from the ground up, Smash Brothers. Everyone's stoked.
And it says, December 7th, so not too far away.
Not too far away.
Shortly after their online service launches, and of course right before the holiday. So everybody and their mother will be asking for this for Christmas.
Man, Nintendo are smart.
So you got Pokemon and Smash within a couple months of each other.
Jeez.
Actually, no, within a month of each other.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon is November 16th.
And
It was 2 days before Gavin's birthday. That's what he's already asking for his birthday.
and with Mario Party coming out, everyone's going for Christmas. Everyone's
this
going
is
to
gonna
get
be
Mario
a
Party.
good end of the year for Switch.
The problem is, it's such a great time to be a video game player, but it's such a bad time because we
horrible.
have to pick and choose.
Right.
There's so much I want to play. I picked up Destiny 2 again the other day.
Good job.
But now that I see the Division stuff, I'm like, I want to play Division. I don't think I'll be able to play Fallout 76 when it comes out because I'm still going to be in the middle of Red Dead. And not only just Red Dead single player, but the multiplayer as well. You got Mario Party, you got Smash, you got Pokemon. Of course, Pokemon's going to take up all kinds of crazy time too.
And who knows if at PSX they announce something like, say, Last of Us 2 comes out November.
I still think it's June next year.
I still think it's like 2020.
Stop it. All right, so we made some predictions last week. I'm just going to go through it really quick before we get out of here, just to see how many points we did. All right?
Okay, yeah.
So Nintendo, or do you want? We'll go off Xbox first, I guess.
Okay, you'll go to Xbox.
So my number one, I said Halo 6 announced along with that Halo Battle Royale mode. So I only got half a point for that one. No Crackdown mentioned, so 0 points. Perfect Dark reboot, yeah, definitely 0 points.
Yeah.
Gears of 5 shown, woo, a whole point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got that. Yeah.
And new Rocksteady game. Yeah, no
no
Rocksteady whatsoever.
Period.
Yeah, so 0 points.
Yeah.
All right. Xbox,
And then for mine, I put down 50 new Xbox enhanced games. They didn't announce any, which really made me mad. That was like my big gripe was no Xbox enhanced games. But anyway, 5 new first party titles. There's actually 18. Anthem to be shown gameplay at full length on the Microsoft stage. That kind of happened. Yeah. Lost Odyssey.
I'll give you half point for that one.
Thank you. Lost Odyssey reboot didn't happen.
No.
And then Bethesda would show Rage 2 on their stage, which they not
Wait,
really.
Bethesda what?
Would show Rage 2 on their stage.
Oh yeah, no,
which
that
they
didn't happen.
they did not.
No.
And Borderlands 3 did not get announced,
Nope.
so that sucked.
PlayStation, I have show opens with Resident Evil 2. I'm only giving myself a half point because it did not open, but it was on the show.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay shown along with all the exclusive content, 0 points. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 tease, 0 points. Last of Us 2 demo shown, no Joel gameplay, only Ellie. Man, I should get like bonus points for that, right?
Yeah, you called that one.
Yeah, look at that. Look, Last of Us 2 demo shown, no Joel gameplay, only Ellie. And I did put possibly other character from trailer.
Wow,
Nope.
that's like 2 points right there.
And then I said Final Fantasy 7 this holiday, early 2019. Yeah, that's a big old negative on that one. That was the one I was most surprised and disappointed about.
Yeah, they definitely dropped the ball. All right, and I said PS4 Pro price drop didn't happen. Fortnite news, none. Last of Us 2 release date didn't happen. Death Stranding can go suck it. And then I said God of War DLC is going to come out and it's free. I think I should get at least a third point for this one for the new Game Plus.
For your Game Mode Plus, your whatever new Game Plus.
New Game Plus.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Nintendo, this was a bad one for me. So I said N64 Classic revealed, 0 points. Smash Bros. Crash revealed, 0 points. Because I'm not even giving myself like any points because I knew Smash was going to be on there to begin with. Fallout Remaster, 0. Persona, 0. Animal Crossing, 0.
Man, I put Punch Out, no way. Brand new Pokemon game to be shown, didn't do it. And then 64 mini announced, nope. Earthbound 2, please. And Square's going to create a new Super Mario RPG. Only in my dreams.
So we obviously have no idea what Nintendo's doing. Let's see. New releases this week. Of course, there's no real big video games. It's E3. Nothing happens that week. Video or movie wise, of course, you have 2 decently big movies.
Oh boy!
The one I'm actually really wanting to see. It's not what everybody thinks. Is Tag.
I'm excited about that
I'm
one.
interested in this movie.
It looks a lot of fun. They actually keep playing upon the Hawkeye thing about it. Whenever you see a commercial about it, they keep not mentioning Hawkeye, but they're like, "You always wondered where he was. Here he is," or whatever.
That's
I was like,
funny.
"Okay, I actually like that."
That's funny.
And of course, Incredibles 2 comes out this weekend, and it's getting rave reviews.
Yeah.
What was that Rotten Tomatoes right now? Do you know?
That I don't know. I know I saw it IGN this morning or yesterday. I think gave it like a 9.4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I actually was supposed to go see it Saturday at the Parks Blog event, but didn't end up being able to go. So
Did you two go?
No.
To the park?
So here's my thing, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this.
if you say you don't like Incredibles, you're off this podcast right now.
It is not my favorite Pixar movie. However, if they had made an Incredibles movie featuring just Edna or just Frozone and his wife, I would be stoked. But I don't care about the kids.
I'm most excited about Jack.
Who
And
is
Jack is a different story, but I don't care about Violet or Dash.
Well, actually, I saw the preview that
Love
they have
Violet.
over at Hollywood Studios. They started there this past week. You're gonna love this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm definitely going to go see it. Let's be perfectly honest. It's
97% on Rotten Tomatoes. By the way.
Wow.
97%, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Who
awesome.
is not hyped about this movie?
Not anybody that I know. By the way, if you're someone that's our age, stop telling everybody that you can't bring your kids because it's really dumb.
Don't bring your kids.
I keep seeing the updates like, hey, we've been waiting 14 years for this or whatever. Shut up.
Bring your kids. No, here's my issue with this. Bring your kids and enjoy it with them.
Yeah, just my God.
Like, bring an entire new generation into the world of Pixar. Like, stop telling them to stop enjoying things.
Yeah. The only thing I will say to stop doing is stop reporting news that actually doesn't happen. Banks.
Yes.
Where can everybody follow you on the socials and whatnot? Actually, before we get out of here, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we get out of here?
A couple things. Sidney and I have been we just been
Pregnant again? What?
No, that's never happening
physically
again.
can never happen again. We just finished binging Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
What's it, like 4 seasons?
It's 5.
It's 5 seasons.
Oh my God.
If you haven't seen the show, it is
it's such a-
hilarious.
it's
I've only
toy.
watched the first season. I never
It's
watched
toy.
anything after that.
I've seen like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's funny.
Really?
It's just,
It's a great show. We're actually 2 episodes away from the finale.
Yeah.
We're almost done.
I have another one for you. I don't know if you've watched it before. Superstore.
No.
Watch Superstore.
I've tried to watch one episode and I
we
didn't like it.
tried.
Oh, seriously?
Do you like The Office?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's why.
that's
Then,
why,
yeah.
yeah.
Because it's very The Office.
I'm not a Steve Carell person. I don't like Steve.
And
I'm sorry.
outta
I
here.
don't
Off the
like
podcast.
him.
Get out of here.
I don't like him.
I bet when you heard the rumor that The Office is going away from Netflix, you're like, yes.
I just didn't care either way. Like, I had friends who were really, really into The
oh
Office.
my god, that look.
Like, okay, here's the thing. I tried watching The Office. I really, really did. I sat down and I watched like 10 episodes in a row, and I just couldn't get into it. I tried.
The same with Parks and
Diversity
Rec.
Day.
I just can't get into Parks and Rec.
It's the same show, basically, just
Yeah.
different characters. Yeah.
But I want to get into Parks and Rec because I watched their blooper videos. And I'm
Their
like, this looks
bloopers are
hilarious.
hilarious.
Chris Pratt and all that.
See, I think that's the thing with like Parks and Rec and with The Office. All of the funny bits are on Facebook. Like, they're on those little tiny clips on Facebook.
memes, yeah.
Or in the show. I'm just saying.
The Office is phenomenal.
Also, another thing I wanted to ask about.
Yes.
Because I was walking through Target, looking at the DVDs and the Blu-rays, saw that the Hurricane Heist is out.
Oh, yeah.
So is this a movie that I need to see?
Yes.
Don't buy it, though.
Okay.
Just rent it.
I'll rent it on
Yeah,
iTunes.
don't buy it.
Come on. I want a sequel, so let's buy it.
We're not getting a sequel. I mean, maybe on Sci-Fi or something, but
Well, it's not like at a full price on iTunes. I think it's like $14.99. So
I'd say red
Yeah,
box
yeah,
it,
right.
but
still, like as someone who, like, I'm a huge, I love like storm disaster movies.
You'll
and
love
obviously
it.
I fell
You'll
in love
love
with
it.
Fast
Yeah.
and Furious.
Just
So-
don't think it's gonna be like Twister or anything like that. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so bad, but it's so amazing.
so good.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like Sharknado bad?
No, not that bad.
Not
Let's
like
not go there.
not like over the top, but like it's trying to take itself seriously, but it's so much to the point where like you just can't help but laugh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so-
Jason Stackhouse from True Blood's on
Yeah.
it, and it's just
Is it kind of like the airplane movies? Airplane?
No,
No, it's not like
no,
a satire. Like
Okay.
it's a serious,
It's
a serious
yeah.
action film.
Yeah.
But you don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
think it's gonna
because
be
it
like winning an
does.
Oscar.
Yeah, it takes itself way too seriously.
It's not gonna win any like Oscars or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I need to rent that.
Yeah, definitely check
that
out. Yeah, some.
Because this is something I immediately thought of you guys. I was like, all right.
Well,
Yeah.
there is a red box like 5 miles away from our house.
But
so we
you
always-
can also rent on iTunes for like $2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I still have to go see Upgrade. I haven't seen it.
I
yet,
still haven't
but-
seen it
but
either.
it's
I
up
need
to-
to
I
hurry
heard
up
some
before.
good things about
Oh,
that.
it's great.
Yeah, I want to see it. So where would you like everybody to follow the socials and the
Of
show
course,
and
you can
everything else?
find me on Twitter at Bankslee, Instagram at Disney Goofball, and of course all the Attraction Magazine socials. You can find us there.
And when is the Paris stuff going to start?
Don't know an exact start date yet. Quinn's vlogs from Europe start this Friday.
Okay.
Don't know how many weeks those are going to go, but as soon as his are over, mine will start the next week. So I'll
'Cause
probably say,
you're still editing them right now, aren't
yeah,
you?
I'm editing them. So I would probably say, I think Quinn's probably maybe 4 or 5 weeks. So probably sometime late July or early August, mine will come up.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Sydney, would you like anybody to follow you on any social media?
You can feel free to follow me on anything, but I guarantee you I don't post very much.
That's fine.
I don't even know what my Twitter handle is. I think it's
Just follow me on Twitter.
You'll see photos of Sydney on there.
Yes, you will. But I think my Twitter is Disney Dale Monk, and I think my Instagram is also Disney Dale Monk. If you search Disney Dale Monk all in one word, that's pretty much guaranteed to be me.
Okay.
Heard that.
And not Disney Chipmunk, Disney Dale Monk.
Dale Monk.
Yeah, Monk.
Didi, what about you, sir?
You can find me on all types of social media except Facebook, Blacktimus Prime, BLAKTIMUS Prime, PRIME. Thanks for all the follows I've gotten lately. It's kind of weird, but
It's
yeah.
fun. And of course, if you'd like to follow the show on Twitter, it is at AttractionsEXP. If you'd like to send us an email, it's going to be expansiondrive@attractionsmagazine.com. Of course, each and every week, we'd like to thank EMEA Travel, Master on Travel, and Universal Fan Travel for sponsoring the show each and every week. They're your go-to source for all things Disney,
Yep.
cruises,
And
Universal.
Uh-huh.
In no particular order.
No particular order.
And, of course, thank you to Give Kids a World Village for allowing us to record the show here each and every week. I think that's going to be it for us. Had some fun talking some Disneyland Paris. Some video games. Yeah. I'm just...
Thank you.
Whatever you guys are enjoying out there, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Be cool to one another, because
Be cool to one another.
everybody loves something different.
Yeah.
Not everybody loves theme parks, not everybody loves video games,
Right.
but everybody has their own thing, and this is
Yeah.
what we enjoy talking about.
We're all
Yeah.
nerds in some kind of fashion.
Like I actually mentioned it on Twitter the other day. It's like we had an influx of followers and unfollowers or whatever. We are not everybody's cup of tea, but I appreciate those that are staying around and listening to the theme
Let's
parks
go.
and the video games and
Yeah.
the wrestling at times and
Yeah.
our stupidity. Yeah.
Yeah. And still, don't bring your kids to the Incredible 2.
And,
You know what? Speaking of The Incredibles 2, really, really quick, there should be just an all-adult showing, at least one. Just one.
That'd be cool.
and I mean, at least we're not reporting fake news. On that note, for the Good Brothers and the Good Sister, too sweet.
Get hype. Wow!